The following conversation you're about to listen was recorded with a good friend of mine. The topics range from entertainment, music, films, philosophy, life, and death. Please enjoy this lighthearted conversation between two friends.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, it's gonna be insane.
That's cool. I always wanted to do a podcast. I mean, that's like the perfect gate to piss people off.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, no one can hurt you, right? I don't have Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, so I'm fucking invincible right now.
Well, that's good, cause they're gonna come for me, so it's fine.
You know what to do. Move to Mexico, change your name.
Yeah.
I mean, if I could fucking work as a guy on a podcast, I would definitely do it. Be like Joe Rogan. I would love to be Joe Rogan.
Bro, who doesn't want to be Joe Rogan, honestly?
He has the best fucking job in the world, dude. He like talks to Mike Tyson, does mushrooms with him, talks bullshit all day, and people love it.
Yeah.
That's like the best job in the world.
I mean, he's also interesting.
Yeah, as well, but it's like I'm not saying I want to be like Joe Rogan specifically. I want to be in a position like Joe Rogan is.
Yeah, imagine with this whole controversy thing, like his podcast, whatever, like
Yeah.
bitches trying to cancel him. Like, imagine the pressure of being like, yo, I don't understand why these people come at me. I just talk with people, and somehow people are mad. Like, I don't get that. I really did not get the whole cancel of Joe Rogan thing, but I guess it's just me.
But dude, like I mean, you can look at it historically, and this happens to so many people. Are you talking about that N-word scandal?
Yo, there are so many N-word, the whole Corona, whatever.
Yeah, I just remember the N-word scandal right now. Yeah, because that's the only thing I know about, honestly. And like that was a group of people that did it, and they knew who did it. Who like made just took the videos of him saying the N-word, and shit. And some guy, some comedian, had like an interview with him, and that the comedian somehow, I don't know how, through one of the guy's girlfriends, he got like evidence of chats where the guy who found the dirt on Joe Rogan was actually saying the N-word like in a casual conversation. And the dude was just fucking shocked because the comedian says, I think he was a comedian, I'm not sure, but he was just said, yeah, whose girlfriend is named fucking, I don't know, Sheila. And the dude's just eyes opened, he was fucking like panicking. He said, oh shit, he knows. What did she do? Jesus Christ. And she just said, yeah, I have this screenshot of her conversation. And the dude's fucking panicking, sweating his ass off. It was hilarious. I fucking love that. It's just funny that they try to find dirt on people while like they do the same thing,
Yeah, the American hypocrisy is real, yo, like, honestly.
It's so fucking dumb. I hate it. I fucking hate it. But it's entertaining as shit.
That's true. As outsiders.
I mean, yeah. As Europeans, we're fucking chilling right now.
Yeah, we don't have any issues with that shit, honestly. Get your racism out of this continent, honestly.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, and I'm not, But like, I live in a country, and there are about 3 black people that live here. And I know all of them. So it's like fucking, like we don't even have like we can't even be racist because there's like no one to be racist at.
That's true.
So it's just like, I guess we would be hella fucking racist if we could, because I don't know, we're sort of kind of, well, not anymore, but like 30 years ago or less, we were still a communist fucking state. And I know the people here, we will definitely be racist as hell.
I think that Europeans have problems with nationalism. Like the the nationalist pride. That's our
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
racism, you know, like
Mm.
Americans are eating each other like black, white, whatever, and we're like, oh, Hungarians are whatever, Serbians are whatever, Romanians are trash, you know, like.
That's true, though. Like, I mean, Americans don't even know we exist, honestly.
Yeah.
So they're just like fucking. They have their own 50 states, right? I mean, they don't need Europe or. I mean, they only know Russia, right? Because they're like beefing together, nonstop.
Yeah, that's true. And now with the whole situation in Ukraine, I guess, but they'll forget soon.
Oh
They'll
God, I
forget
fucking
soon.
no, another fucking person telling me about the Third World War. I'm fucking dying.
Dude.
Yeah, I was at my girlfriend's house, right? And her mom just randomly stopped me and she just said like, "You ready?" And I was fucking panic. I was like, "Ready for what?" She said, "War." I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't give a shit." And she started laughing. I was like, "I don't know what you're fucking laughing about because they're dropping nuke on your goddamn head. You're not gonna do shit about it in the bunker." I was like, I'm not gonna limit my life with fucking panic only because maybe there'll be a world war. I mean, dude, just look at the situation, there's such a it's really hard to imagine that the world war could come from this because Russia's fucked if they start anything. Like they have nothing on their side. I mean, China just fucking stopped supporting them. You know, nobody's doing trade with them.
Yeah, they're in a very shitty
Yeah,
position.
I
I don't
mean,
know what's gonna come from
exactly.
this.
And dude, I mean, imagine this. Imagine if a fucking war breaks out. Imagine Russia standing there like, yeah, we're gonna win, and then they look on the other side of the battlefield and they see British people, Americans, France, Spain, fucking, well, pretty much everyone is gonna be against them. Like almost every single superpower in this world is gonna be against Russia, and they're sending fucking 17-year-old kids into the battlefield. They're fucking leaving tanks on the street because they don't have enough fuel. They're fucking useless, dude.
Yeah, it's a war. It's a blitzkrieg, but without the brain. that's that's what I think. Like honestly.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, dude, look at it. We have Germany on our side. I mean, they fucked our asses in 2 world wars. I mean, we win automatically if Germany's on our side, right? I mean, it took us like what 4 years to beat fucking Germany. I'm like, dude, we win. We don't need fucking America. We got Germany, and they're right beside me. I mean, they're my neighboring country. I win, dude.
That's automatic win, bro.
Exactly, dude. That's fucking. I don't know. He's gonna fucking Germany gonna ace fucking entire Russia, dude.
Yeah. I'm not too concerned about this, honestly. Like, I hope everything will be resolved like as soon as possible and without much destruction, but I am not
Yeah,
really in the opinion of war escalation, you
yeah,
know? But
exactly,
like,
exactly.
dude, 2021 started like, or 2020, dude, with this whole thing, I'm like, when did Trump kill like the Iranian general and almost quote unquote started World War Three? Dude, like every fucking year something
Yeah,
happens. Like
I mean, I don't think I'm the only one, but I actually like before the conflict started, or even during a bit, because the first few weeks I didn't know what was going on, because Russia and Ukraine have a feud going on for over 50 years, so it's like fucking I even learned about it in school. I mean, it's fucking weird. So I wasn't really didn't know like what was going on in the world, and I got my life together. I was like happy for the first time since I don't know COVID started, shit like that. My life was getting normal again. And then people fucking shouting in my ear, "Third World War, build a fucking bunker, buy some beans." I'm like, just leave me alone for like, I don't know, a month. There's always something going on. People dying everywhere, like important people. I'm not talking about fucking, I don't even know what his name is, that rapper, dude.
Another
But you
rapper
know, like,
died? Oh, jeez. Well,
no, I meant, no, I just meant like, people are dying, but I'm not like important people. I don't mean fucking Pop Smoke. I mean like,
yeah, I got
like, it's just the world's getting more like fucked and fucked.
you. Yeah, it's becoming the Wild West, except that
True,
not
true.
only the West, it's the whole wide world.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked, dude. I mean, the if I'm gonna do an outrageous statement and say if you reduce the planet's population by 75%,
That's the point.
we wouldn't be having these fucking issues at all. There's just too many of us. Just like everyone has a problem with everyone, dude. I mean, you can't have world peace when there's so fucking many of us. It's just impossible.
Yes, that's why I'm advocating for space exploration. Dude, like, Earth has limited supplies and limited amount of space, right? So,
Yeah.
what's like, if we are smart as we like to think, we should be looking out to like exploit the space resources. Like, come on. I think we can, like, we did it a couple of years back in Cold War. Like, why can't we do it now? It's I have no words. Like, I don't know what's the holdup.
I mean, if there's one project in space that I really want to be like, that's something we should all concentrate. No, not all of us fucking scientists, because I'm not gonna fucking do shit. I'm an idiot. But fucking, I love that idea that we could actually harvest energy straight from the sun by having these solar panels right at the sun. We could have unlimited energy forever, but the problem with that is that we have nowhere to store that energy. I'm just like, imagine that. I mean, Nikola Tesla tried to do this. Like, not exactly this, but he tried to give the world free energy, right? Imagine if you could only have free energy. That's like something we could just harvest from our universe. It's not that far away, and it's something we could do, but we just can't figure out how. I mean, occupying different planets. I mean, you don't want to go to Mars. You're gonna have the shittiest life, and all you're gonna do is building a home for another civilization, and they're still gonna be fucked, and then they're gonna be building fucking homes for another civilization. It's like we were living in fucking Star Trek, exploring worlds. It's an amazing era. I really love that there was a space race, fucking USA and Russia, and now like private corporations, SpaceX and Jeff Bezos. I think it's Jeff Bezos.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah. They're like starting to build rockets, and they just want to go to space. And I mean, it's just like an amazing era where we have the possibility to do this. I mean, few decades back, you couldn't imagine anyone doing anything unless it was the state. I mean, the space race was NASA and fucking the Russian space program, the government. And now suddenly the private sector is, I would say, more important and more able to deal with situations than the government. I mean, with the COVID vaccine, we wouldn't have a fucking COVID vaccine if the private sector didn't get involved.
yeah, that's true. That's true. It's the good things are coming on the horizon. I won't say that, but yeah,
We're not gonna live through it. We're gonna be long dead before any progress is made. I think before we see any actual something really amazing. Because right now we're in an era of speculation and planning. When you listen to scientists, there every time they say, "Yeah, in 100 years, in 60 years, maybe, in 200 years, maybe," and it's like, yeah, we're on a verge of eras. We're gonna be the generation that helps guide the next into doing something magnificent.
I hope
That's
you're
cool.
right. I hope you're right,
I do as well. Yeah.
cause in the 50s, 60s, they would have imagined that in 2015 we would have flying cars. Yet,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, but I think we're just like up until now. Even now, I think we maybe concentrate on the wrong things. Like we think we're like really fucking smart, but we're so dumb. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Humanity really needs a self check. Like, yo,
yeah,
what's
yeah.
wrong? What's wrong with us? Let's see. Like, there are too many smug people around, honestly, and they're
Mm,
fucking parasites. That's the issue, right?
mm.
Smug. If you're fucking smart and you're smug and you're like whatever, I can see the smugness like coming through. But if you're dumb as shit and you're smug, like yo, calm down.
let's talk about feminism for 1 second. I'm just gonna mention one thing about feminism. I swear,
I'd,
one
I'd,
thing.
I'd, I'd.
Okay, I'm not gonna start a conversation about feminism because you're never gonna invite me in this podcast again. It's like the first two waves of feminism were amazing, right? Equal rights and shit.
Yeah,
It's something that even I right now would fight for. I mean, that's all. That's something that all humans should have.
I agree.
And this wave, it's fucking tribal feminism. You're with us or you're against us. And these people come at you and they start what they think are facts. About the 1% and the wage gap and shit like that. And they don't take the full statistic into mind, and they don't even do their own research. They hear something from someone, and then they just say that. And then when you ask them a question, they have no way to back it up. I'm like, don't fucking preach to me, because you're dumb as shit. You're repeating shit. My phone can do that. A fucking parrot can do that. You know, and I mean that's a really good example, because that just shows the total stupidity of people. I mean, we think we're so amazing and so great and so smart only because we believe in something. And I'm like, no, dude. I mean, I'm smarter than a lot of people, but I know I'm not smart. I know people who are fucking smart. And those are the people that do change. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? I mean, our civilization is collapsing on itself. Just like civilizations in the past, because suddenly we're interested in gender and pronouns, and fucking we're just collapsing our own civilization with this bullshit. Everyone thinks they're the smartest person in the world, but we're all so fucking dumb because we need to have armies to fucking defend ourselves. I mean, we shouldn't have to fucking defend ourselves. We're smart enough to be one, to be united, no?
Yeah, I agree. I agree, dude. Like honestly, since you brought up the topic, like, but this is also like this whatever subject that you wanna pick, feminism, racism, discrimination, and whatever. People nowadays in this generation are getting so nitpicky, picking every detail, trying to look at every facet, every word, every letter with a magnifying glass, that you're losing focus of the essence. Like, why did the feminist movement started? Because the women want equality, and
Yeah.
that's what everybody should strive for, no
Yeah.
matter your gender, race, whatever your beliefs, like religion, whatever. We have to be united against something. And now that we are locked up in our homes, we don't have any human interactions and there's
Mm.
only internet. I'm gonna sound like a boomer, honestly, like yo.
No, dude. No, no, but I mean, no. It does sound a bit boomer-like, but it's the truth. I mean, it's not us being skeptic. It's us being realistic in a way. Like call us what you fucking want. I mean, this is as close to the truth as you'll get. How like if it's hard for you to hear or not, it's just what it fucking is. Accept it or don't. Have your own opinion. I don't give a shit, man. You're right. I mean, it's a really weird era to live in. There's like there's no repercussions, but at the same time, there's always consequences. You know, and I mean we'll have to probably edit this out as well. Um, you know how the whole Black Lives Matter movement started, the
Mm,
cop choking the. I mean that was horrible. I mean that was fucking unfair, animalistic, and I don't even have words to describe it. It was just a horrendous act, you know, of racism. Definitely. Yeah, I'm not gonna say I guess it was definitely a racist thing to do. But I mean, you know how there's the saying, "Fight fire with fire."
yeah.
That's such bullshit.
That's true.
That's such fucking bullshit because the riots started, and suddenly the black community started proving to racists that they are animals, that they are savages, that they want to destroy and burn down their own fucking stores. I was looking at it, I said, dude, this is not how you fight racism. I mean, follow the steps of Martin Luther King. Don't be violent. Show them that you're what they don't turn into the people that you despise or that they think you are, because that's not what the black community is. And it's like, I don't know, dude. I mean, and then suddenly every single white person is racist, every single cop is racist. I mean, I kind of understand your thinking, but at the same time, it's not. I have nothing to do with it. And most white people you see have nothing to do with it. And I mean, I'm afraid to say some shit. I'm afraid to offend people anymore because it just got so serious. I fucking hate it. I mean, I can't make a joke about race. I can't make a joke about women. Can't make a joke about fucking anything, even midgets. I can't make a joke about anything because someone's gonna fucking punch me in the face and shame me to death. The free speech is gone. Even though we think it's like so much free speech because anyone can say what they want, that's just not true. Because I can't say shit. A normal person can't say shit. Only the fucking most of the time just crazy people can't say something. The smart people are ridiculed in fucking public for having a different opinion. I'm sorry, I went on a bit of a rant. You have to stop me sometimes. I'm fucking
No, no, no. Just
dumb
go
into
on,
shit.
man. Go on.
Nah, I always have a train of thought and then I just kind of follow through. And I don't even know what we started talking about, but I just fucking started talking about feminism, racism. I mean, where's the fucking Star Wars, dude?
Dude, this is what I'm gonna say, and we can close this subject. Like, humans like think they are the shit, but we forget that we evolved from fucking animals, and we still
We
have
are.
that animal instinct there. Like,
We are.
everybody has
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Like, no matter who you are and where you're from, where you've born, you all have that animal instinct. And
Yeah.
when somebody threatens you, that bitch comes up first. And then comes the rational part. And that's why
Mm.
restraint is so hard to have. Like, but yeah, dude, that's why I'm waiting for the space, dude. Like, Elon Musk, please, if you listen to this podcast by any chance, god damn, take me to that fucking rocket, and I just wanna leave this fucking planet, yo.
Dude, that's the dream. That's the fucking dream.
Dude, I'll
I
work on
mean,
the asteroid belt, like
dude,
mining rocks.
I'm gonna go a bit deep, right? I had a conversation with someone, and we got really, we smoked a lot of cigarettes, right?
Right.
And we were in this really deep mood, and we suddenly started talking about like what would be the ideal way to die for you. I'm not talking about like painlessness or anything like that. I mean, how and where would you want to die? And the person said some random bullshit I don't remember, I'm sorry. Yeah, but they said something like, I just want to take a lot of pills and fall asleep in bed.
Oh,
And
okay.
just never wake up. I said, that's beautiful because it's peaceful. It's awesome. I love it. Okay, and then they asked me, I was like, I want to slowly die floating in space. And I mean,
Applause. Applause.
I mean, I mean, he had no idea how to react, right? Because that's such I can't speak. Sorry, I had like 2 beers. An orthodox fucking, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like a thing to say about like how you want to die. And they asked me why. I was like, dude, first of all, there's such beauty in dying that way, looking over everything. Even if it's in the orbit of the Earth, I don't care. But there's such beauty, some unseen beauty in space. I mean, you saw pictures, right?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, fuck pictures. I mean, I saw pictures of Italy, but when I'm there, it's nicer.
that's true.
It's something fucking real. No, and just imagine. I don't care if I'll be there for an hour, freezing to death or suffocating very fucking slowly. Just imagine the view on the fucked up world we live in, and just floating above it, saying "fuck you, world. I win. I'm higher. I'm fucking God right now." Okay, that's not like the main reason. That was one of the reasons I was fucking talking about. But I mean, I always wanted to go to space. I mean, you know how, like, when you ask a kid what you want to be when you grow up, like 50% of people say, I want to be an astronaut.
Yeah.
And it's like that's something that's with you for a few years, then leaves. You want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, I don't fucking care. You want to run a podcast. But the space always stuck with me. I love space. I'm fascinated by it. Everything there, because it's like people come at me and they say, you know, NASA used to search through the oceans, and then they turned around and went to space. That means something. We should search the oceans more, not space. I mean, fuck the ocean, bro. I mean, the deeper you get, you can kind of like imagine what's gonna be there, right? If there's a megalodon in the Mariana Trench, it won't fucking hurt you ever. It's like you can discover a new species, fine, but the dude won't have any fucking bones because of the pressure. He'll be jelly. He'll be the fucking blobfish, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love nature. It's really beautiful. It's amazing. I love the ocean. I love animals and flowers and plants and I don't know, fucking oxygen and shit. But space, dude, it's so fucking fascinating. The endlessness of it, like they say the universe always expands. I'm like, fucking where though? I mean, what's beyond space? Say, I don't know, like nothing. I'm like, what the fuck is nothing? There's like every single thing you say about space, it like creates another question because we just don't know shit. You know? I just love that about space.
We're so small, dude. Like I
Tiny.
ask people about like this question: How would you want to die? And most people, not most, 99.9% give me a method of how they want to die, but on
Mm,
Earth. They don't
yeah.
want to die in space. Like I think only me and you are are
Honestly,
wild
true.
enough. I honestly like I talked with a coworker about this and I
Mhm.
told him like, yo, I can't commit suicide because I want to commit suicide by throwing myself into a black hole. And he and he
Nice.
and he asked me like why, and I asked like I was like, okay, let me get a little deep for a second, and I was like, yo, if you're sucked by a black hole, like time warps differently, so everybody
Mm,
else around who's around or far away from the black hole, I'll be living longer than them, right? Because time is different in the black hole. So the idea of me living way more than a typical human, even though I'll be irradiated, full with like gamma
Mm.
radiation and all that, dying
Yeah, yeah,
really a
yeah, yeah.
painful death while being transformed into a spaghetti. But that's yeah,
I
dude.
love that, dude. I love that because you're the only person I think that I ever heard say spaghetti because that's a true thing, fucking spaghettification, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you did that on purpose, but if you did, that's fucking awesome. I love that.
No, I'm very well versed into black holes, dude. Like,
That's
oh my
awesome. That's
god.
awesome. I have a lot of respect for that. I think you're the only person I ever met that knew something about black holes or space. You know?
Yeah, and plus, like, hey, it's written on the my tombstone, sucked by a black hole, dude.
We never found the body.
Yeah, his body is turned into a Italian meal. Yo, that's
Yeah, dude.
perfect.
Fucking. I got some marinara sauce, just fucking.
Yeah, just throw that
God,
shit.
dude. No, I love that. I love the fact because I hate the really simplistic. I mean, no. I hate the narrow-mindedness of the human brain. Like I'm not saying everyone because you can see me and I can see you. We're a bit different in this aspect, But like the lack of creativity and answers. You ask people, what superpower do you want? And they say invisibility. I say, logically. I mean, I didn't expect you to say anything fucking else. And they asked me what. And dude, the last time someone asked me what superpower I want, I went on like for 1 hour talking about I want to manipulate time and exactly why. So I could become the richest person and the most influential person in the planet by doing like two simple things. And the person fucking stared and was like, "Yeah, fucking visibility, dude." I'm like, we live at a point where you pretty much have documented all the important times in history or the most financially beneficial. You can know where fucking gold mines were before they were discovered. You can know that Bitcoin will blow up before it fucking blows up. You can know lottery numbers before you know the fucking lottery number. Anyone fucking wins. It's like time manipulation, but like to move outside of time, and I don't mean fuck alternate universe, alternate timelines. Fuck that shit. I just want to be able to manipulate time. And some people even ask me, dude, but what if you create a different timeline? I said, no, dude, I'm the fucking Lord of Time. You don't understand. I do whatever the fuck I want. That's my superpower. All the complicated shit about fucking time travel, I don't give a shit. I'm Doctor Who. I can do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck I want. I control this shit. And I would do two things. Place few families with instructions to pass on to the next generation, into a certain point in time. And I would come back to the present and I would be the fucking king of the world. Because I would have everything. Because I used every single opportunity that the world gave me to make money and gain fame and gain power. I would use it because I know it fucking happened where and why and how. I win. And people don't think like in depth. They just say the first thing that comes to mind. I'm always like, you don't need to give me an answer straight away. Think about it. Really seriously think about it. And they still give you something really primitive. Like
Yeah.
even with the how you want to die, and you're like, just want to be sucked in by a fucking black hole. I don't care about the excruciating pain or anything. I don't care if I die in half a second. That's just the way I want to go. That's awesome, and I really fucking respect that. The same as me floating in space, slowly dying out of the lack of oxygen. I mean, that's not a really nice way to die, like a pleasant one. But everyone tells you, I want to die in my sleep, or I want to die on Obama's dick, or something like that. Yeah, probably no one will ever say that, but
I mean, some liberals will probably say that.
probably. I mean, there's definitely at least, I don't know, 75 million people that will ride Obama's dick and die on it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Like
definitely not so
I
many. I meant to
know.
say thousand.
Yeah, like your way to die is like you're dying with a hell of a view. That's what I'm gonna
Yeah,
say. Like, damn.
absolute beauty, dude. That's just beautiful, you know. And the black hole. I mean, that's probably my number two pick right now.
Oh shit. Nice.
That's I really like the idea. It's fucking awesome. Black holes, dude. And you know, like, what fucking happens if you get sucked in? What if you survive somehow miraculously? Did you see Interstellar, the movie?
Yeah, dude.
That was fucking awesome. That was awesome. You know, like the black hole scene.
Yeah.
It it took such a long time to render because they were like really precise, like scientifically, like the right now the real way how we think that it looks on the horizon or in a black hole or whatever. You know, it's fucking awesome. I mean, I knew some facts about it later after I seen it, and I watched it again, and the time like when I watched it the second time or third time, I don't know what, after I knew all like some facts about it, I could really like truly appreciate the film. And it's genius. You know, like there's that one planet, I don't know if you remember, they won the water planet,
Yeah.
and they say like something like a minute here is like 10 years on Earth or something like that. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
so it's like we have to be fast and shit. And in the background, when you listen, there's a ticking sound. You know, and it's like 1.3 seconds, something like that. It's like,
Oh. Okay.
you know, and that's pretty much every click is like a year on Earth or something like that. And when you watch the scene again and know this, you know, you look at it and say, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, they're there longer than I've lived. And they're there like fucking less than 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. If I remember correctly, that planet was like closely in a
To the black
proximity
hole,
to.
the black hole,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That was awesome. I love that film. I could watch it like 1,000 times over. Only because like the fourth dimension and the black hole thing. That was awesome. You really appreciate it once you know some shit about it. And I understand the normal person looking at the film and they're like, "That's cool, space, woohoo," you know. But when you know something about it, you can actually appreciate the fact. I don't know. I think you watched the film, and since you know shit about black holes, you can really appreciate the film and what it was about.
Yeah, yeah. I thought it was really fantastic. Like
It
it
was a
was well
great film.
made. It was very
Yeah,
well made.
good actors. It was like, did you watch Gravity?
Yeah. Oh my God, one of my
Did,
favorite films.
is it? Fuck, I'm not sure if I liked it.
You know why I quite like it? Because it's simple. It's it's not like full of action, it's just the
Hmm.
dread of space. Like,
Yeah, I mean it is a good film. It is a really good film. I just have kind of like mixed memories about it. I'm not gonna say even opinions, like actual memories about it. It's like there was something about it I just didn't like, but at the same time I loved it, and it's just like I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. I have to
yeah,
watch it again, I guess.
I quite disliked the fact that
The
George
actress, I fuck.
Clooney
Oh,
the George Clooney becoming a ghost and guiding the actress Sandra Bullock, like that I call like bullshit on that, but I liked the whole like setting and the
it's
premise
yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
trying to escape space, like.
I actually really liked the George Clooney ghost thing.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean it's it's a really good way to interpret the state of her mind. Like she was fucked. She was fucking sinking in shit. You know, like imagine the situation. Imagine you're a random pretty much person almost. You know, you're not anyone trained, and even if you were trained, you're stranded in space, bro. So close but so far away. You know, it's just it's such a it has to be such a panicky feeling, and then you lose like the only person that could help you get out of it. almost, like fucking George Clooney, being the charismatic genius he is. It's just, and then suddenly she like creates like a way that her body or her sorry, not her body, her mind convinces her that she can do what she doesn't believe she can by creating the illusion of George Clooney guiding her. But it's actually all her knowledge. She just, her brain had to like, or almost had to interpret it in a way so she would actually believe she can do it, and she managed it. I don't know, I just like that because imagine that scene without the ghost, and she was like near death, like that life and death situation when you're like this is it, or I'll either survive or I won't. A bigger chance that I'll die on the way. And the whole situation, I don't know what when the ghost actually appeared. I don't remember the film into detail. But it was just her coping mechanism.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know.
was a
Mm,
hallucination, kind of like a survival response.
yeah.
I kind of like, yeah, now that you're framing it like that, I'm not like that harsh on the movie, but my only beef with the movie was in the final act when she was like in the International Space Station and everything was in Russian and she was like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And then like the hallucination of George Clooney came through a door and it was like
mm,
almost gave the impression that he's alive because in the movie
yeah.
it was never like shown that he died, like in the first like acts when the whole like blown up bits of the satellite comes crashing
Yeah.
down, like most of the crew you see them like with their heads pierced, like they're gone,
Mm,
right? But George
yeah.
Clooney just fucking vanishes.
He
And
just floats away, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it gives to the viewer like a fake hope that he is actually really there.
And no one
And
wants him to die. It's George Clooney, dude.
yeah,
I mean,
like dude, that's like hottest man alive.
yeah, dude. Like fuck. I'm not even gay, but I agree with that statement 100%.
Yeah, like that
Fuck.
that's my only beef, right? You know, like the whole like yeah,
Mm,
I get it, but
dude,
it could have been executed like differently. That's what I would say.
true, but at the same time, it's horrible but genius because Gravity is a psychological film. Because it's
Indeed.
pretty much about someone going crazy trying to survive in space, in a way, or escape from space. I don't know how to frame it, but imagine you come on a spaceship and it's like this is my last hope, space station, and this is my last hope. But suddenly you realize that you're fucked because it's in a different language that you can't speak, so you're fucked. That's the absolute breaking point for a person. Imagine that. Imagine like the hope, the build up, and then like, well, shit, I'm still screwed. But I had that glimmer of hope, and now it's fucking gone. And she fucking snapped. And I mean, the hallucination, it could have been like better made. It was a bit like too unrealistic of a situation to be true. And at one point of the film, when George Clooney opened that door, you're like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, he should have stayed dead. I mean, I have no clue what's going on. And I mean that could have been executed better, but I like the idea behind it. Like she just reached her breaking point. Just like, yeah, no, I got no chance. And then her fucking subconscious came through, made the hallucinations, and she survived at the end, right?
Yeah, she went into
Yeah.
full survival mode, and
Yeah.
that's what I liked about the whole like situation, the human resilience
Mm.
to pain and to like being faced with almost close to impossible challenges, because the whole
Yeah. I
film
mean,
is a trial of like it's a trial of cha- cha- a challenge gauntlet, you know, like, okay, do you know this?
Hercules, bro.
Yeah, like almost close to that. And yeah, the film was well made, but I have some nitpicks about it. So
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't perfect. The idea was very nice. It was it's kind of well executed. Did we just turn this podcast into a movie review?
I mean, we can totally do that.
No, I don't care. We're just flying over the place with fucking topics right now. It's awesome. I like it. I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah,
But
that's the
I mean,
point.
I mean the part where George Clooney came into the spaceship. I think that was the whole like breaking point of the movie of her mind and of everything there. That's like when everything changed and her instincts kicked in and she's fucking survived. I think that breaking point is one of the most memorable parts of the movie. But at the same time, it just wasn't well enough executed. It was kind of like, imagine the guy just in the morning said, well, shit, I have to rewrite this, did it in 15 minutes, and that's exactly how the scene kind of started. And looked, it was, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't, I mean, they didn't introduce him as a hallucination. They tried to make you feel like he's real. But you're there like, I know he's not real. It's impossible for him to be real. He opened the fucking door to space and was like, hey, what's up? And sat down. Like nothing happened. I mean, you just, at that point, you're like, well, this is a shit movie. But at the
yeah.
same time, it's not. But it's just weird, dude. It's like they should have introduced him as a hallucination from the start. Because when a fucking person is crazy and a hallucination is behind you, you don't think where it came from. You just know it's fucking there, and you talk to it and you see it. Did you see Shutter Island?
No, I did not see that.
That's a really good fucking movie. I
What's it
can't
about?
spoil it for you. I can't.
I
It's
can't.
my no, it's a mindfuck psychology like it no, you have to watch it. I'll spoil it. Like any detail I give you, I'll spoil it. You just have to watch it raw. But
I.
it's fucking awesome because I mean that's just one example. There are many examples where suddenly someone's going crazy, right? And suddenly their dead wife, a hallucination, has been dead for the woman's been dead for 5 years, but they still believe it's there because their mind is playing tricks. I mean, that's the whole point of going crazy. That's why you can't admit that you're crazy because you just fucking are, right? Crazy people don't say they're crazy; they're just fucking crazy because they see shit and do shit, right?
I
I
mean,
think
yeah.
they should have introduced George Clooney there again just as a hallucination. Just like we know you're going fucking mad right now. And instead that realization came in like a minute after that or two, and the whole like scene was over of them like talking and shit. I was just
Yeah.
like, no. They should have just introduced it as hallucination because at that point at the beginning I was like, well shit, she's fucking crazy now. Her mind's gone off the fucking rails.
And plus, you have to think about that the whole movie she was like oxygen deprived, you know?
True.
So when you're oxygen deprived, bro, it's tough. Like, it's really
Yeah.
tough.
No, only from that you have fucking mad hallucinations.
Yeah.
It's insane. Are you like time limited in any way?
No, we can do this for 4 hours.
Yeah? Oh, that's fucking perfect, dude. Because I love to talk and I brought like 2 cans of beers and I have like 5 more. So that I can go forever. I mean, I call it liquid courage because it makes me talk and I don't really give a shit after like 4. So, you'll probably see certain stages. Right now I'm the funny guy. In another beer I'll be, I don't know,
We'll see.
probably the same
We'll,
thing.
we'll
But like
see.
few beers after that, I'll be like, yeah, fuck women, bro.
I mean, that's the point, right?
A mysterious package arrived at my door, and there were 10 cans of beers. I was wondering who sent them. You know,
Oh.
want to get me drunk, so I fucking start being racist and shit. I'll be a hillbilly in a bit. You know. Fuck.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
No, I don't think that's fine, dude. I think that's cancelled.
Cancelled? What?
You'll you'll fucking get cancelled even if no one listens. If I start being a fucking racist hillbilly, bro.
Nah, man, we don't fuck with that shit, yo. We're open-minded
Nah, nah.
people.
Dude, I mean that's one thing that I like about myself, and I like about you. You know, like we're both open-minded. Like we have our own opinions, but we're like open to listening to others.
Yeah.
You know, like I just hate it when people just randomly shut me down only because they don't agree. And like in the middle of like a train of thought or something, they're like, "No, fuck you," and like, "Oh shit, sorry." I mean, I'm just trying to speak my truth, and I'm listening to yours, so listen to fucking mine, and maybe we can understand each other. And people just kind of dismiss your opinion just because they have a different one.
That's true. The art of debate is slowly fading away. The ancient Greeks would lose their minds
They
if
would,
they would
dude.
have time traveled to this era, honestly.
Sophocles would shit his pants. Wait, is it Sophocles?
He would be like, yo, this is bad, yo. This is
Wait, I
bad.
gotta Google this because I think Sophocles is a fucking character in the new Pokemon series. I think I meant to say like, oh shit, I forgot it again.
Socrates?
Socrates, yeah, yeah, that's what I want to say.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, that's a character in
isn't it? Yeah, yeah,
Pokemon Sun.
Sophocles. No, what is it?
Yeah.
Fuck, I
Yeah,
forgot. Sophocles.
Sophocles. Yeah, he has a red hair and quite large
No,
size.
Sophocles is a Greek fucking dramatic. Well, I have a well, I have Czech Wikipedia. That's
Oh
probably not how you
really?
say it. I'm in the Czech Republic, dude. Of course, I have fucking Czech Wikipedia.
Oh, then I'm wrong. Well, it's fine.
No, no, I said some. Wait, but Socrates is the guy I think I meant.
All right. Yeah.
I think he's the philosopher. Dude, I have Czech mixed with English so much. Philosophist,
Oh. Yeah, philosopher. Yeah, yeah.
philosopher. Yeah, fuck, dude. Because I'm reading it in Czech and it's philosoph in Czech,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so I'm just mixing fucking two languages into one. Yeah, but Sophocles was I guess he wrote plays and shit. I don't know, but what is that fucking Pokemon character's name? It was Sophocles, no? I
Yeah, it
remember
was
that.
with
Like,
P.
yeah,
It was spelled PH,
yeah,
and
fucking
yeah.
dude. I was like thinking, I was feeling, yeah, Sophocles, dude. I was feeling smart, and then I realized, dude, am I talking about Pokemon? I was like, Greek
Dude,
philosophers, though. You know
you're
Ash
talking
Ketchum?
to a Pokemon.
He wrote some great works, bro.
Yeah, dude, you're talking with a Pokemon fanatic, so
Are
it's
you,
it's I.
dude?
Oh yeah, dude,
I,
I
re-
have
I
like
always wanted to be a Pokemon fanatic.
really.
Yeah, I never really like got into it. I love Pokemon, but I don't know anything. I didn't play the games. I didn't have anything to play the games on, you know? I mean, the first Pokemon game I've ever had was on my fucking Nintendo Switch, the Sword and Shield, right? I think it's a
That's a
sword
good
version.
game.
It's awesome, but I mean, it's like Mario, right? I played old Mario games, yeah, but like only a little bit. You have to kind of go to the beginning to be like a true fanatic in a way. And
Yeah,
I
that's
never played
true.
games enough to like, yeah, I had a different type of life. Not saying better, not saying worse. I just never played games until like I was 17, 18. You know. And
Oh,
then
interesting.
but yeah, I'm trying to get into it, dude. I tried to gain that gaming knowledge, but I'm just fucking dumb and I don't know shit. And I love fucking Pokemon. I love the animes, you know.
Like I started like you only need one device, the Nintendo 3DS, because that's where you have first generation, second, and
Fuck.
yeah, the black and white versions. That's where I started.
Dude, it
Dude, I
was.
had the 3DS. I fucking had it, but I lost it.
Ah.
Fuck,
Dude,
dude.
now they're so expensive.
Ah, shit, but it was so good. I fucking love playing Mario Kart
Oh,
on it.
damn.
Shit.
Yeah. That's a loss of culture right there. F in the chat,
It
boys.
is. Where's the fucking chat? I wanna see the chat, dude. He's
Yo.
streaming right now. Oh no.
Not now. But we can do a live one. We can do a live one.
Dude. I, fuck.
Get
I need a
cancelled
bit
in
of
real
fan
life,
base
yo.
for that. Oh. Type cancelled into chat, yo. Dude, I could never do anything like that live. Because sometimes my mouth just goes off and just says some random bullshit, and then I'm like, well, fuck, that was offensive as hell. You can't say that loud.
You go into Peter Griffin mode?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, I sometimes go into that mode as well, and I'm like, I honestly have started watching my old videos, my old archive. I was
Yeah.
so like mean to other people. I thought it was fun, you know, but now it seems so
Yeah.
cringe. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry for all of them, and maybe they felt bad. I don't know, like.
Dude, I watched this TV show. It's called Afterlife on Netflix. It was kind of okay at the beginning, then it got shit. I'm not turning this into review, but it was really funny because the guy, he's like a comedian. I forgot his name. Quite a good one as well, like British guy.
Oh, Ricky Gervais.
And yeah. I think. Wait, fuck, I gotta Google that shit.
I think he is the executive director or an actor like for the
Yeah,
Afterlife.
he's the actor, director slash director of the TV show. Oh yeah, but he's like the first season. He's like, my wife died and I don't give a shit, so I'm just gonna be an asshole. And he's an asshole to everyone. He threatens a fucking kid with a hammer, and it's hilarious. And I'm kind of feel like that sometimes. But then you kind of think back and you're like, well, shit, I'm an idiot. At the same time, I had so much fun. Fuck, dude. I love being horrible to people, but at the same time, like if you have a heart, you just don't feel good about it. It's funny. I used to bully people
Really?
until they told me. Yeah, but wait, until they told me that they don't like it.
Ah, okay.
I was making fun of people a lot, bullying people, and then they just said like, I really don't like what you're doing to me. I was like, oh shit, really? Oh fuck, sorry. And I stopped.
That's good.
Because I was just having fun. And when someone told me that, yeah, I'm not having fun, I was like, oh, and I stopped. Like, because I just like doing, like, not physical harm, but like verbal abuse in a way. Like, I'm not gonna call you like, you fat son of a bitch, but I'm just gonna make fun of you until you start crying
Oh.
in a funny way. Yeah, but like it's just fun, and people that know me, they know it's just fun, but people that don't, they just don't take it the right way, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't really like mean any of it, like I don't even know your name. I can't really like be horrible to you. I'm not that type of person, but it's just fun. Everyone laughs a bit. One person doesn't, but like other people do. I don't know. I always stop when they told me that they're not just, it's not fun for them, it's just fun for me. I was like, yeah, okay. And then we became friends, or we even were friends. I was bullying people I was fucking friends with at one point.
That's
And I was like,
interesting.
I was saw a friend because he wanted to buy some lettuce from me.
Right.
I didn't see him since I stopped going to school. He was quite okay friend. I thought we were friends, and we were talking, and he fucking said, "Yeah, dude. I mean, you were a complete fucking asshole in school, but now you seem okay." Because I stopped, like, he didn't see me every day being an asshole, and I kind of calmed down a lot since then. I was like, well, shit. I thought we were friends, and now you're saying like, yeah, you were a complete fucking asshole, dude. And like, Jesus, it's not a nice thing to say. And I'm like, well, oh fuck. And was I doing this to people the whole fucking time? I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's fun.
mean, I think that you being like having a moment of self-reflection and actually calling yourself a bully is a good start, because
Yeah, I
like
mean,
other people who are like actually like intentionally mean, they'll
mm,
be like, oh yeah, it's all in good fun, I'm not a bully, whatever. But if
yeah,
you have the like the capacity of self-realization, like, yo, like, I'm doing this but it's fun for me and others, if you have an issue with that, I'll stop, whatever. that's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's okay, that's fine. But there are other people who are like horrible,
Yeah, I
intentionally.
honestly hate bullies. I fucking hate them. And I know it's been like not easy for me to like um fuck, I don't know the English word. Like I accepted that I actually was one in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But I never meant any harm to people. That was my way of just having fun and coping with some shit in my life. But I was usually friends with those people. And actually honestly, most of the time I was on the side of the people that were just being bullied. And I was, well, I don't know how to say it in a way that doesn't sound like completely fucking idiotic. But I protected them in a way, I lifted them up in a way. I helped them gain some sort of respect in a certain group of people. I guess I just didn't want them to get bullied. And I always, like, in a way, attracted the friendships with not popular people because of it. Like most of my friends were never popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the older I got, the more popular the fucking people were. But also popularity, like it's funny, like in American schools, like the older you are, there's like always that hierarchy of the popular people and the nerds and the fucking, I don't know. You've seen the movies and it's probably not 100% accurate, but at least a bit, right? And I just look at it and say, I mean, the older I got, the like we were just separated into groups, but there was no hierarchy. We just were different people, different groups. And like when I was younger, that was when you noticed like people getting bullied. Like I was in a fucking class and we had this like 3 year beef with another class. And at almost every day of like school, we met up outside of the school and like the two classes and we just started beating the shit out of each other.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like poetic in a way because every class sent out the five warriors, and we all met in the middle, started fucking beating the shit out of each other, and we were like, I don't know, 11, 12 years old. We were young as fuck. We were like, probably less, but it was kind of really weird, and it was a weird school in a way. It was a good school, but we had this really intense beef between the classes, and there were like kids in my class and in the other ones that were even bullied by their own classmates and by some of my classmates. I always just stuck up to them, talked to them, and actually with a few of them, I somehow helped them be like more socially adept in a way. Like I actually got them out of this fear of, yeah, dude, you're just not gonna be bullied, and they kind of started being more confident in themselves, and because they had someone on their side, you know.
I mean, like how you resolve like trauma and anxiety and all that, you have to be exposed to the thing that you fear. So
Yeah,
maybe in a way you kind of trained your friends of being immune to bullying. And yeah, you until they muster up the courage to be like, okay, I kind of graduated, you can stop, and you'll be like, yeah, fine, perfect, you
pretty
know.
much. Yeah.
So
I know it sounds bad or weird or I don't give a shit actually, um, but I always felt like a guide. Like I like when I was younger, I always used to hang out with older people, like a lot older people, You know, like when I was 13, I was already fucking smoking cigarettes with some fucking 18-year-old kids. When I was 14, I was already smoking weed with some 20-year-old kids. You know, I was always hanging out with older people, and the older I got, I suddenly found myself hanging out with younger people, and I was actually in that role of guiding them like through a certain part of life that I lived. You know, I wasn't like telling them what to do, but you just give them the insight and just tell them what you did and what you did differently. And you're not their parent, and they know that, so they're more prone to listen. And actually, there were a few instances where I made a guy who was dyslexic and dysgraphic, and people hated him. And I helped him become a confident, normal, actually fairly intelligent person. And I met him like a year ago. We didn't see each other for like years, after I left school. And he was normal. He was had this confidence around him. It's like that's partly because of me, because I didn't let him go through that discrimination because you're different. Because that's exactly why these people aren't confident, because nobody gives them a motivation to be confident. They're just telling you, no, you can't be confident because you're trash. I just didn't like that. That just seemed unfair to me. But I bullied people at the same time. I don't know. I had a very, very strange student
I
life.
mean, every life is unique, right? And honestly, there's
Yeah,
quite a beauty in becoming kind of like a mentor, right? You're becoming an
it is.
apprentice. You're gathering so much information. You're building yourself, your foundation, and your beliefs. And now, when you're feeling ready to teach and say other like guidances, right, to other people, that's when the apprentice becomes the mentor. And there's quite a there's quite a beauty like around that, because honestly, friends, they're for me, like, honestly, becoming friends with someone does not necessarily mean to be in constant contact. Like, no.
No, I completely understand that though. I mean, one of my greatest friends, like, yeah, I have two examples of this. One of my greatest friends is a guy I see once every 4 months, max, tops. We didn't see each other for a real long time. We hung out a few times, and he's a really good friend because I was quite good friends with him in school. But in a way, like we weren't really like close friends ever, but we always really understood each other. We weren't similar in a way, but we both have this kind of similar way of thinking about things, and we understood each other and we listened to each other. We were really good friends, in a way, even though we never hung out by ourselves. And now we see him once in a while, and we had a really good talk. And I was talking to him, and he just said, "Yo, I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but me asking you to hang out with me now doesn't mean I want to hang out with you every day. I just want to like see you once in a while." I was like, I'm so happy you said that, because that's exactly what I thought. Because like we're still really good friends, but I don't have to hang out with him every single day or every single week. But we're still, I consider him a good friend. And then like the other example is you, because I personally seen you like for what 4 days of my fucking life, and that was like in a pub or in a skate park, like where I live. Like I was such an asshole like in a way. I was showing you like the real Czech Republic, but at the same time I was like, yeah, you're here for a week. You really want to eat pizza from a random fucking pizzeria 10 kilometers away from Prague? It's like yeah, it was fucking weird for me. I was always like asking you guys, hey yo, are you okay? Are you bored? You want to go somewhere? He's like, no, dude, I'm having fun. And I even took you to a pub once with my Czech friends. and you didn't understand a single fucking word they said, and you were still fine with it. You were just enjoying the fucking experience from locals, I guess. I don't know if you were faking it or not, but it was fucking awesome. I appreciated it because I hate the fucking center because it's overpriced and I don't have money. I do now, but I at that point when I was in school, I didn't have any money.
Bro, like that pub was a time machine. Skip. Dude, it was
Dude, it's fucking communism.
Dude,
That's
it was
communism, bro.
so awesome. Like, I enjoyed myself, even though I never understood anything you guys were talking about. Like, the vibe there was like,
Mm.
bro, you know? I cannot even
Yeah, I
describe.
mean,
Like, I was like in there. Even though I was an outsider, I was in there, you know?
that's kind of what my intention was. Because when you go to a foreign country, very rarely do you have like a guy that actually lives there, like a normal person lives there. And if you have a friend there, they'll take you to the fancy pubs. They'll take you to the pretty much they take you to the tourist attractions. I was always like, that's just some bullshit. I just I wanted to show you that like what I always wanted to see in countries was like the under the surface things. Like shit that the tourists will never see. That pub I took you in, that was the first time they saw foreigners in their pub.
Really?
Honest to God. And the second one I took you to as well, they were fucking confused. I even talked to some of them. They were confused as shit. They had no fucking clue what was going on. Because I was at the bar, right? I was ordering a drink. Then that fucking that I don't know who she was, some lady that liked to kiss people for some fucking reason. She pulled up and she was trying to fucking flirt with me in a way, but I was like, Jesus, I'm too fucking drunk for this shit. Leave me the fuck alone. And I had a wallpaper of Naruto because I started watching it. And she was like, "Oh, you watch Naruto? Oh my god, you should watch One Piece." And I'm like, "Jesus, leave me the fuck alone." I was fucking hitting shots and on the fucking bar while I was talking to the Czech people, and they was like, "Who the fuck are these people?" I'm like, "Yeah, some fucking foreigners." And I'm like, "What do you mean, like fucking foreigners? Like, what are they like? Genuinely, what are they doing here?" I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to go to the center, and they had business from it, so they didn't complain. It was good business for them. But it was fucking funny, and I hope you enjoyed it because it was like how I spend my time as a normal citizen of a middle class of fucking and I actually hang out with like the places we hang out usually are like almost lower class joints.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
I just try to
That's the
show
good
you,
stuff.
I just try to yeah, I mean that's pretty much how I used to hang out every Saturday. Because like in Amsterdam you have fucking coffee shops, right? But in the Czech Republic we have pubs. I mean that's our culture, bro. It sounds weird, but it is because our entire pride as a nation is beer. Yeah, I'm no for any potentially Czechoslovakian viewers out there, I know that's because we're very fucking nationalistic in a way. Like we think we're the best at the same time we're like nothing in a way. Like we didn't do anything since like the 16th century, and all we did in the 16th century was build a fucking bridge. It's like it was fucking weird. And we still think we're all powerful and all fucking great. I'm like, dude, we probably have less than 2,000 fucking troops, and all of them are drunk fat bastards. It's like we're nothing and just accept it and we can't. But it's nice. It's cool that like people still like we think as Czechs that we're still something, even though we're
That's
not.
culture.
Like even we used to have really good beer. You know Pilsner, right? You definitely know Pilsner. That's a Czech beer, and that used to be like we had export and shit. We had really good beer. But the funny thing is that most of the ingredients for that beer are imported, so it's not really our beer anymore. We kind of lost everything, which is
That's
sad
globalization
in a
for
way.
you, my boy.
Mm, exactly. Fucking. I mean, we're fine. Look at fucking Japan, bro. they're fucking dying from urbanization, and like their culture is slowly being forgotten. Fucking there's like one samurai left and he's like 95 years old or some shit. I don't know. Like Japanese history is really entertaining, but strange in a way. Like really, I can't. Okay, that sounds really fucking weird, but I'm gonna say it. Like foreign to us, because they were like, they had clans and shit. And Oda Nobunaga decided like, yeah, nah, this is mine, and he just used his genius strategic mind to fucking start unifying Japan. Then one of his generals killed him. That general took over. Then one other general said like, yeah, nah, dude, you killed the fucking my guy, you know. So he killed him, took over, united Japan, and pretty much overnight there was suddenly a fucking leader, and it was like so fucking like starting to look Britishly, Spanishly, Americanly, you know, like European and fucking Western in a way. And because before it was just clans, it was really like the figure who was in the head of the state was more like spiritual in a way. Didn't really have any say or meaning or anything. And it's like suddenly America just puts his fucking hands into everything. Japan starts being more like America, and now their culture is being fucked. Dude, they're selling houses, like cool houses outside of this, like Tokyo, like, you know, in the rural areas, for like so fucking cheap. Like you could buy 10 with your current fucking salary. I don't know how much you take, but you know, with my salary, let's say. They're just trying to push people into the culture again.
Yeah, it's quite the Japanese culture and their whole society is quite it's quite a paradox, you know? Like they're so closed in, they're so xenophobic, but they don't get that if they don't solve their population problem, they can actually lose everything. Like that's how cultures exist and evolve. Like they're still stuck somehow in a mental state that their culture cannot fade away. And it did once they lost the World War II. Like they had their whole constitution rewritten, and the emperor now is just gone. Before it was something like the envoy of God or whatever. Now nobody gives a shit about their emperor. Basically became kind of like the UK.
Yeah. Ah, that's so sad what happened to the UK. I'm sorry. That was just an interlude. Please continue.
Oh, what happened to the UK?
Dude, we were a fucking empire. We ruled more than half of the fucking world. And now we're a small island that's just dumb as fuck. Like Brexit, Boris, you know, it's just you just stand there like, fuck, how could we be like at one point in time the strongest military and conquering force in the world? And now it's just, you know, how England looks today. That's just so fucking
I
sad to
mean,
me.
culture.
Everyone could be fucking British, dude. And there's such disrespect towards the British, which is totally validated because, like, let's say Egypt must fucking hate the British because we stole half of their fucking monuments and put them in British museums, you know, and shit like that. You know, France hates us because we beat them in pretty much every single war except for a few. You know, fucking Australia, bad bitch, I'm fucking taking it. You know, America, yeah, fuck, you know, who gave you your fucking language? Yeah, guess who? I'm your fucking daddy. It's fucking sad, bro, honestly. And it's like, to anyone who's listening is now, they might be confused as, is he from the Czech Republic or from England? Because he sounds like he's making shit up about where he's from. I'm half and half. So just understand that.
He's the best. He's the best out of Czech Republic and the best out of
UK boys and girls. You cannot mix this otherwise. 100%
Dude.
24 karat gold, bitch.
Fuck. Dude. We're talking for over an hour and 30 minutes. That's fucking awesome.
That's indeed awesome, and we did not even touch.
No. No. Dude, that was my fault. I thought we should get ready with like topics and shit, but it looks like we can just talk about random bullshit and we win.
No, that's the golden recipe, dude. We just free talk and let the subject flows as the conversation flows. Like.
I mean, honestly, even if no one ever listens to this, I'm genuinely having a really good time. It's fucking cool.
Well, yeah, it is.
It's fun.
It is
You
cool.
can just talk about random shit with a friend while you're recording it. I mean, that's like, what else do you want? And if someone listens to this, I apologize. But
If someone listened to this, there are multiple lessons in this podcast. There's surely one point you can learn from our mistakes.
probably, definitely. I mean, we're covering all the fucking topics. I mean, this podcast can't have a name. You know how you always have the podcast with a description under it. You know, like I watch a podcast about basketball. You know, because I watch basketball, like the NBA, and so it's like, Devin Booker is like interview this and doing that, and then we go to the Celtics doing this and that. I mean, dude, description for this podcast will be like a fucking thesis. It's a mile fucking long, dude. Insane. I mean, we didn't even touch upon the topics we had. We talked about space, war, feminism, racism, and I don't actually death. Yes, suicide by space, and shit like that. I fucking love it. That's awesome. That's exactly what I was hoping like for from this podcast, because I never like did this. Surprisingly, definitely not surprisingly. Did you ever do something like this?
Me? No.
No, first time as well. So it's good. I was kind of like saying like, I guess we should have some topics, some like guidelines, because what if we suddenly like just don't have like anything to talk about?
Nah, with this company, it's impossible.
Dude, it's awesome.
I mean, it's impossible.
When I have my beers, bro, I can't shut up. I swear to God, I can't, because there's like no censorship in my. Is that the correct word? Like censoring, but censorship. Yeah, I think so. Fucking like I just say whatever the fuck I want, but like not, because I'm not like racist or anything, so I'm not gonna be suddenly spouting bullshit about like how racist I am and shit. Like I am a fairly normal person in my ways of thinking. I'm not a fucking cowboy. I don't know how to say it.
I consider myself to be a space ranger / future explorer.
I'm fucking cowboy bebop.
Yes.
I'm 100% cowboy bebop, bro.
What an anime, dude.
I love it.
Such a legend.
I never watched the whole thing, and I regret it like a lot. I always like begin and then I forget where I ended, and then like 2 years after that I'm like, okay, shit, I'll play it again. So I played like quite recently, but I kind of realized that I like again now stopped watching it a few months ago, and I have no fucking clue where I ended. Fortunately, it's on Netflix. For anyone who wants to watch Cowboy Bebop, I think it's on Netflix. I think I watched it there.
It's just one season, man. Just get it over with.
Yeah, I really want to watch it, but I liked Samurai Champloo.
Oh, okay.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I know. I know about that, but I never watched it.
Dude, it's on YouTube. Like the whole
Really?
thing. I watched the whole thing on YouTube. And it's really good. Like, if you would ask me top 5 animes, it's that.
Alright, what's your top 5 anime, dude? Let's go with it.
Dude,
Let's roll.
Dude, I mean, now we're on topic, right? Okay, I mean, let me start from five then. Okay, I'm gonna
No,
build.
no, no,
I
no.
will,
No particular
dude.
order.
But
No
I think
particular
I think I
order.
okay fine. Okay, first I'll have to mention Naruto. First anime I ever watched. It was I could really connect with it in a way, and insanely good storytelling. Bit annoying, but it was like kind of the beginning of my journey, right, into the anime, and it's still, even after I watched a few animes, many I would say, I still love it the most. It's just fucking awesome. I love it. I love Naruto like the most. I'm gonna say One Piece next, only because it's ongoing and it's kind of getting like better and more mysterious.
What arc you on? Sorry to.
Um,
I'm curious.
fuck. I wanted to say Wakanda. I'm a fucking idiot. Fucking fuck. Jesus Christ. Kaido fucking arc.
Oh,
I
okay.
forgot the name of the fucking island. Um, yeah, never mind. Um, yeah, but I'm watching the anime. I don't do mangas of animes that I'm watching. It doesn't make sense because then I can't watch the anime if I read the manga in a way. Um, dude, yeah, I think you're gonna be happy because the next one that I think comes to my mind is probably Parasite.
Oh, damn.
Dude, I
He's the guy, ladies and gentlemen. He's the fucking
dude,
guy.
I fucking loved Parasite. It's awesome.
Yes.
Like I can't even
Yes.
describe how good it is. Just I don't know. It's like one of those I would say even like slash underground animes, not really mainstream, not really shonen, I guess it's called. It's genius. Then dude, okay, you may love or may hate me for this, but Death Note.
Death Note. Alright, that's a solid pick.
I don't know. Like even like Death Note is the only anime that like really built some suspension for me because I was waiting on the last episode. Like I could have watched it any day, but I just couldn't click play because that's like the consensus of it all. I was like, shit, I really don't want to know what happens because I know what's supposed to happen, but I don't want it to happen because the whole time you're rooting for the bad guy, but the bad guy can never win. That's kind of the rule of fucking Hollywood because even if you say I don't know Transformers, the bad guy win in one movie, the good guys win in the second one, and the bad guys are fucked for life. And also you kind of know what you're expecting. I hope I didn't spoil it for anyone, but at the same time, you don't want to see it, and it ends. It ends perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
does end really
it,
well.
it. It's one of the most fitting endings to such a story. Like,
It's
honestly.
very hard to make a good ending, but since it was quite short, it was quite, I guess, easy to plan out. Like Naruto ended in a weird way. Like everything kind of ended in a weird way. What I know of, but Death Note really like captured a really good ending to the series. I was like at that point, I was like, yeah, I honest to God, I don't want it to continue. I want this anime to be gone forever. Because that's
Yeah, I mean it's in most complete form. Like you cannot go even like if you continue with it, it will most probably be trash. At least that's just my
no,
opinion.
no,
So
definitely,
yeah.
I completely agree with that. Fuck yeah, but that was how many? Four? Oh, five. Okay, you're probably 95.8% gonna hate me for this. Hard is the last one is really fucking hard because so many animes come to mind. Shit, I'm just gonna go on. Fuck your top five. I'm going on. Demon Slayer, only because of the animation. I fell in love with the animation of that anime. I don't know why, but it's just suddenly they have a bigger budget. I like it's not like I wouldn't say it's my favorite anime story wise, character wise, but strictly just animation. It's just so elegant and pleasant. No, just like the water, the animation of the water, it's beautiful. The fire as well. The characters are, yeah, like yeah, it's good, but at the same time, it's nothing special really. Yeah, but the animation is just great. So I'm just gonna put it up there because of the animation. Then I'm gonna go with Shokugeki no Soma, Food Wars. I think it's called that in Japanese. And then Haikyuu. No, Kuroko's Basketball, and then Haikyuu. Haikyuu. I'm not sure how it goes. But I just kind of at one point I transitioned into like sport, and then I went to Shokugeki no Soma. And as a person who likes to cook and I really enjoy cooking, I love that show. And also I love basketball, so Kuroko's Basketball was genius for me. I love that anime. And Haikyuu is just good, dude. I mean, it's volleyball. I don't really like volleyball, but it's cool. It's like the Naruto of fucking sports. And you, tell me yours. I need to know yours because you're a bigger fan of anime than I ever was. Wait, give me 1 second. I have to get ready for this. Give me 1 second. Okay, done. I changed my LED lights. Now you're ready to go. Yeah.
I will try not to name the same anime that you named, just because, hey,
No, but mention them. At least mention them. I gotta know.
the honorable mentions. Of course, I love Naruto. That's a given. It's so like the story of the underdog becoming the boss of the village is just so satisfying, you know. Of course, yeah, I watched Bleach. I watched the One
Yeah.
Piece. Like
I completely forgot about Bleach.
yeah, these are honorable mentions.
Mm.
I like them, but it's just um yeah,
Shonen.
they're
Yeah,
yeah,
just the big ones.
yeah, like my top five. One of the top five is definitely Great Teacher Onizuka. If you never
Wait, say that again.
Great Teacher Onizuka.
No idea what that is.
It's a really good anime, dude. It's about uh you will most definitely, if you watch it, you'll be most definitely could relate to that. It's a guy who randomly becomes a teacher to the most delinquent class in a high school, and he tries to like impart some wisdom to the kids to attend school.
Yo, no, I just googled it and I think I saw like a few random scenes and it looked absolutely genius. I think I actually have it on the list of what I want to watch.
Yeah, it's a great anime. Another great anime is Assassination Classroom. One
Yeah,
one one of my
true.
top five. Again, a superhuman creature is trying to impart knowledge onto.
It's genius.
It's so good, and the
Don't tell me the
fact
ending. I
that
didn't see it.
it ended so perfectly. I'm like,
Good. I'm glad.
yeah, I it's just it ended so beautifully. You'll be like, yo, that's good. That's good. Another one, I know it's kind of sounds gay, but Yuri on Ice. Yo, when I watched Yuri on Ice, I wanted to become an ice skater.
Wait, Like Yuri, like Y.
No. It's your
No, you. Yeah, yeah. I see it. I think I got
yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's the name of the character, and he participates in skating like Olympics. It's quite entertaining.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, I. It's understanding. That's understandable. I think I'm gonna watch it as well because I like watch it like Haikyuu, you know.
It's fun.
So it's like I'm open to the side of like not like supernatural,
Yeah,
you know, like a
it's
bit
kind
of
of
like
like
slice of
slice
life in
of
a
life
way.
ish. Yeah, and w- the fourth, yeah, the fourth one in my top five is Black Lagoon.
Ooh, I
Black
always wanted to
Lagoon,
watch that.
dude.
Is it good?
Like one of the few anime you can watch with the dub on.
No,
Like,
I
dude,
hate dub,
I
dude.
know, same. I despise it, but the voice actors on this anime, yo, they do an amazing job, and they need to be congratulated on that, cause they pulled it off, honestly.
Fuck, I don't know if I'm able to actually click on anything that's dub. Honestly.
Yeah. You can certainly watch like two episodes in dub, but yeah, I watched it subbed, and I like read an article on the internet that the dub version is also good, and the first two definitely capture that, but then when it goes deep into the story, yeah, definitely switch to
Yeah,
Japanese.
okay, that makes more sense. I just can't accept the fact that dub would be better than sub in any situation.
Yeah, because the setting is not in Japan,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's quite odd, you know. And the characters are not just all of them Japanese. There are multitudes of characters and multitude of ethnicities. So it's odd, you know. And then oh my god, I have so many, but um,
So you're like more into
Trigun.
the
It's an old anime, but it's so
golden
good.
age of anime of like the animes you told me like Black Lagoon 2006, Yuri on Ice. I'm not counting that one 2016. The fucking teacher on Izukat's fucking what 1997.
Yeah, I mean, I also like the newer ones, but the newer ones,
They're cheap copies.
yeah, that's exactly my impression as well. Like all of them copied Sword Art Online.
Yep.
Most of them are becoming
True.
OP regressors with insane skills. I'm like, yo, can I have a little bit of originality?
Yeah, I mean, dude, they're just trying to like make anime there's this one anime. Fuck, I forgot what it's called, but it's pretty much an exact copy of Naruto, like character wise. You have the white haired teacher who's covering his eyes and is powerful because he has unique eyes. You have the kid who has like a demon inside of him, Sukuna.
Uh, I know what you're
You know what
talking
I mean?
about.
I just remembered like one name. It's a good anime though, but it isn't at the same time. It's a cheap fucking copy. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. But I love it. I love it because it's new. The animation is new. Imagine Naruto, but with like 2021 animation
And without the fillers. Oh, oh.
without the fucking fillers. I mean, the fillers are fine. No, some of the fillers are good. I didn't watch like many of them, but I heard that some of the fillers are actually good.
Yeah, they're nice
But I mean, like
distractions.
you look at the characters, and you have the Sakura woman. You pretty much have Sasuke and that black haired dude, and you have fucking the kid with the demon inside. You know, and then you have the white haired teacher. It's pretty much exactly the same character wise. It's good, and even Demon Slayer. As I said before, like I don't appreciate Demon Slayer for anything else but the animation because it's so fucking smooth. They had a higher budget. Animes don't have a really high budget, honestly. It was really refreshing to see, because one guy just came to me and says, "Dude, you gotta watch Demon Slayer." I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's a new anime," because I'm kind of like biased in this. Like I just don't appreciate new anime. Like it's good animation wise and shit, but it's just like pretty much what I've already seen in an old anime, but with new animations. So I'm not really motivated enough to watch it. But then I switched it on, like the Demon Slayer, and first, like, the animations just hit me. I was like, fuck, it looks so good.
Yo,
So,
Psychopass. It's another like recently
Psychopass.
made anime. Yeah, Psychopass. It's kind of like the Orwell, Japanese Orwell interpretation of 1984. It's
Oh,
quite
shit.
good. I recommend that. A second season, it's not the same as first season, but dude, first season is a must watch for any anime fan. Like, okay, the new generation of the big three for me. So the old big three were Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. I think we can all agree to that.
Not sure, bro. Bleach is interchangeable with Dragon Ball.
But that's like the mother of all dragons.
Dude, but Dragon Ball, just look at the impact that Dragon Ball had on
Yeah,
anime.
that's true. That's true.
And you can't say the same with Bleach. Bleach is genius. I love Bleach much more than Dragon Ball, but I think that Bleach and Dragon Ball, like, some person might say, like, Naruto and One Piece have to be in the top three, but some people would say Bleach and some would say Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is old as fuck, bro.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, right? That's what you're referring to, or the
I'd just say,
original
like, impact
adaptation.
wise. Like that's how I see, like, the big three, just impact. Like Bleach is awesome, and me honestly, I don't like the big three. I like the big four,
That's
because I
fair.
can't like not leave out Bleach or Dragon Ball in the list. So I have a big four. Fuck the big three. I just don't like that.
Yeah, like the newer stories that interest me are like Black Clover is really good.
Black Clover was good. I just got lost where it ended, so I stopped watching it.
Yeah, the anime. I read the manga for Black Clover. Blue Exorcist. I watched the anime. It was quite okay. Black Butler. It was quite good. Yeah, I think you'll like Butler if I'm truly
Yeah,
honest.
honestly, I'm just like opening random tabs in Google Chrome, and I'm writing the the animes down, and then I'm gonna put them on my list of what to watch.
I mean, hey,
What was it? Black Butler?
yeah,
That sounds racist as
it's
fuck, bro.
no, it's a. That's the name of the story.
No, dude, just like say like Black Butler. That sounds like extremely fucking racist, dude.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
fun fact: the butler is
white. Yeah, I see it.
I mean.
Well, I guess not white. Fuck, now I'm racist. Jesus.
I was
Fuck, dude, we gotta
referring.
cancel this podcast.
Nah, man, it's chill. It's chill.
It's fun. I'm
I I
enjoying it.
I think that you like it honestly, cause it's quite it's the setting is Victorian England,
Mhm.
but it has a little dash of fantasy, and by little dash, it's like spoon fed. First you get a teaspoon, and then you get a spoon, and then you get a truck, right? The more story.
That's a perfect fucking analogy for like.
Yeah.
That's for. You get a little spoon, then you get a bigger spoon, then you get a fucking truck.
Indeed, it will hit you hard. But yeah, I quite recommend it. It's quite good. It's quite good.
I gotta ask you a question right now.
Go ahead.
Like, I mean, it's not like a really a question. I'm just gonna start talking about it, but it's gonna turn into a question, I swear.
Okay.
I when I watch anime, when I started watching anime, or like I it's Japanese, right? And what I like about Japanese culture is the I'm gonna say really simplistically, so I don't need to expand on the topic because I truly don't want to, because it's like an hour of fucking talking. I like the samurai era,
Right.
and that's kind of the reason why I liked watching anime, because fucking look at Naruto, that's ninjas. Yeah, look at fucking Samurai Champloo, that's fucking samurai. It's in the fucking name, and that's what I like. I like the old setting. I didn't like the European settings. I didn't like the futuristic settings. And people are losing their fucking minds over Attack on Titan. And to me, it seems so unattractive. The whole, like, modern technology ish thing about it. The, like, using mechanisms. Like, this is why, like, I don't like Boruto either, because, like, it becomes more technological. It's not just old school, it's technologically dependent. And my question, I guess, is technology and anime are not futuristic or not. I mean, there's like exceptions like Cowboy Bebop, right? Like that's fucking different because that's a bit futuristic. But I love the old setting, the cutting of heads with a katana, and I don't like the modernization of it all. Even the new animes, it's like the Jujutsu Kaisen, let's say, it's set like in modern times, but it's the fight scenes, and I'm just like I'm at the point like where I want to see a cool fucking sword fight in 16th century Japan ish. I know it's all fictional, but still. And are you like for the modern approach of like the modern, like, I don't know how to say, technology, robots and shit like that in anime? I just don't like it, honestly. I don't like the future in anime. I like the past. I like the samurai and the ninja, and and unless it's like Death Note, shit like that, or Haikyuu, you can't really put that in 16th century Japan. Neither can you Death Note. You can't just put that into old times because you kind of need the technology to have an equal as a detective. But like in these certain situations where like I don't know, it just fucking makes me mad. Like when it's a fighting anime, it should be like set in an old era. Is that like something I don't I said I promise this will turn into a question, but I don't think it's turning into a question anytime soon. Honestly, are you like just for modern technology and animation, or are you more like the old school type of no
I
technology?
can definitely appreciate old century setting in anime. But maybe that's because we're European and that's what we consider uh, like exotic for us, right? But maybe for the Japanese people, they're like, yo, I lived with ninjas and samurais. Give me mechas. Like, I
Yeah, but
honestly,
ninjas and samurais are like
I,
part of a almost forgotten past when you think about it.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
but go
yeah,
on.
but like, you don't like if you live in a culture, you don't appreciate your own culture, right?
True.
Like you don't really see the value because you lived in it, and you're not necessarily, you're kind of blind to the whole like aspect of it, and that's quite sad. That's how like many cultures die.
True.
And yeah, like I can definitely appreciate a good fight scene in like a cherry blossom field, right? Where there's like samurais and.
Mm.
But I can also appreciate like One Punch Man punching demons
True, yeah.
and like going to the moon and whatever, right? Like that, they're like different types of action.
Yeah, but
Like I think that if you like this kind of stuff, I have a recommendation for you. Rurouni Kenshin, yo,
yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
yeah,
that's fucking
you
genius. I
love
love
that.
that
You
shit.
you like that then?
I think I saw the I you know that they made like live action films.
Oh really?
They're all on Netflix, and honestly, they are quite good. They're like anime-ish, like story-wise. Like it doesn't go. It's not like the Avatar movie, which was terrible, by the way. If you watch the anime, the film was fucking horrendous. But like the films really like managed to capture quite a lot, and the actor that plays Rurouni Kenshin is actually like plays him very well. I recommend watching him. If you watch the animes, I'm not sure how much you're gonna hate or love it, but I honestly quite liked it.
That's a good info for our listeners out there.
True. I don't know. Rurouni Kenshin is awesome. But like I like that you said One Punch Man, and I want to rephrase my question
Alright.
or statement slash question. I'm not sure. I think nobody, not even God, probably knows what the fuck I'm talking about. But like I don't like the like when you look at One Punch Man, it's a lot like I'll compare it. It's not like a direct comparison, but let's say Marvel, like, or let's say DC, the fucking Justice League.
Right.
It's more of a Western topic of heroes and shit like that. The setting doesn't really like half of the time doesn't look too Japanese, even though it is because Japanese is a big like became kind of like Eastern America, but they're not dependent on necessarily on technologies. Like you have three characters. One is a cyborg, which is fucking awesome, honestly. Yeah, then you have fucking robots, robot suits, and people who fucking there's that kid with a computer, But like the main part of it all is just like Saitama's brutal fucking strength, and every like seriously overpowered character except for Genos. For like since what there are the 2 seasons, maybe three out, right? So like what I've seen, the biggest impact of all are the ones except for the cyborg dude. Um, they have like an bigger impact because they're not technologically like they don't have the need for the technology because Saitama can one punch you. Like you have like the Sonic dude who can fucking go really fast. You have that old guy, old kung fu master who is just fucking I don't know what it's called, water fist or some shit. Like the biggest impact that I get in characters are the one who have natural strength. Like when okay, I'm gonna go away from anime for a second. When I go to watch the Avengers, it's not Iron Man who stands out the most to me. It's fucking Hulk and Thor. Because they have that extreme fucking kind of natural strength. I mean, I know one is a god and one is sort of like a science experiment, but still, it's that power that comes from the body, and I don't need any external tools to fucking feel powerful. And when you look at Attack on Titan, in a way, I didn't watch the anime, so I don't know all the information about it. But what I've seen, like they're just dependent on technology to fight the monsters until they turn into monsters themselves or some shit. I know it gets fucking complicated. I just don't like the constant need for an exterior fucking like a suit of armor. I know that you can say, yeah, but what about Naruto because he has a demon inside who gives him chakra. I'm like, yeah, but no, that's not the same thing. I didn't build a robotic suit or a fucking grappling gun to fight monsters. That's just so fucking idiotic to me. I just don't like it. I don't like the dependency on technology. I hate it in real life. I hate it in anime. I hate it everywhere. And so I can't watch Attack on Titan only because of the technological dependency. And once you get past that, it gets, I guess, more supernatural and shit. I have no fucking clue, so I may be talking bullshit, but what I understood from the anime. Yeah, but like, I love Naruto because it's natural, it's chakra, because chakra is based on actual real life thing. Like chakra honestly exists to some people, some not. I don't want to offend anyone or say anything that isn't real because, this is all based on theory in a way. Like different cultures, different religions have a different theory about other shit. I'm not gonna get into it because, fucking religion, fuck that shit. But, then like when you look at Jujutsu Kaisen, for example, for people who know newer anime, it's also like it comes from the body. Like you create your own strength not by building a machine, but by training yourself, your mind and your body. That's what I like because I don't like Iron Man, honestly. Like he's just like as I love Robert Downey Jr., so I can't hate Iron Man. I like him, but he just seems like, yeah, I'm rich, I'm smart, I can build fucking nanobots and shit. So I'm more powerful than you now. I'm love that you use your brain power. Yeah, it's amazing. You're a genius. I love Tony Stark. Blah blah blah. But like Thor is a fucking boss because he's a god of thunder. Captain America is awesome because like I don't like Captain America because I don't like the actor, but as a character he's fucking awesome because he was on a science experiment like something like Hulk, and his strength comes from himself. And when he's fucking holding a helicopter with one hand while holding onto the platform with another, there are no thrusters or a fucking jetpack helping you. Right? It's him screaming in agony because he has to put 150% of his energy into that action, which Iron Man will never do because he just has that dependence on technology. And I'm just going into more, like non-anime, but it translates into anime in a way. I just don't like the dependency. I like when the strength comes from within and not just I'm in the future so I can build a robot. Boom, I win.
Yeah, and I understand that.
That's just boring. Yeah. I'm sorry I'm talking for so long. I'm just trying to like make it understandable for a human being.
Yep. Yep. I quite understand what you're talking about. And here's the beauty. Like anime has I think that anime is one of the most diverse mediums out there.
True.
Literally whatever you like, there's an
True.
anime for it.
Yep.
Whatever niche you like, there's an anime for it. You
Mm.
like music, you like tearjerkers, watch Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso. Your Lie in April. If you like
Uh, what's it about?
whatever, it's quite like a drama thing. It's a pianist and a violinist.
Oh shit! Because there was a friend who told me about an anime, and it's like people putting on the shamisen. Yeah, I don't know if you know what the shamisen is. It's like
I don't know.
it's a genius instrument. I love it. It's one of the most beautiful sounds in the world. It's really hard to learn. I know. Find it. It's Shamisen, shamisen. And like watch it like a video. We can watch it now or something. It's called some brothers make it. I forgot what her name is, but it's a really cool instrument, and it's like an anime about like a father and a son, and the father taught the kid how to play the instrument, and then the father died or some shit. So I was kind of thinking that you might be talking about that because a friend told me about it, and I forgot what it's called, and I kind of forgot what it's about, and I was kind of hoping that you knew.
No.
But yeah, you were talking about it for me.
Yeah, but that just proves this point. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever you're into, anime has it. Whereas Western media, it has, but it's way more limited in my opinion, you know?
Yeah.
Like, sure, there's the Iron Mans and the Batmans and whatever, but there's so much reboot of the same shitty ass character. Yo,
It's fucking Hollywood, yo.
think of something new. Like, in anime,
Mm.
the beauty is that there's new characters every anime. Every anime, new characters. They look different, even though most of them act the same. But that's not the point,
True,
right?
but it's still different. It's
Yeah,
still different.
it's visually different, and it has a different story, different setting, right? But with all these reboots, Spider-Man reboot, whatever, okay,
Oh
they
fuck.
changed the gender and the race, great. But it's same old fucking uncle whatever dying and live long and prosperous and responsibility is a thing. Like, bro.
Mm. Dude, Western
Yeah,
media is fucked because it's just like reboots of reboots of reboots. I mean, everything like popular these days is a reboot of something else. Like every year now, like they release a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They have a new Halloween. You know, like I'm just saying two horror movies because I saw them recently, and it's just a reboot after fucking reboot. And I'm saying Halloween because there's like fucking six already. Terminator, the same thing. Fucking they're making a new Rambo movie. Maybe they even made it already. I'm just looking at it. It's like I'm so happy that Koreans started fucking making TV shows and films because it's like so close to Hollywood but so far. It's just different. It's still like mainstream media. I don't know if you watch Korean shit, and I'm not talking about Squid Game. Okay, before you fucking say anything about Squid Game. Okay, Squid Game was kind of trash. Okay, it was okay, but I don't know why it got so fucking popular because I saw 1,000 fucking Korean TV shows and the films that were much, 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 much better than that. Only on Netflix because they just fucking started going out before even Squid Game got released. But Hollywood just fucks up everything. All Hollywood movies are the same, and they're either reboots or like, in a way, fake reboots. Like they're pretty much the same story but different like character names, and maybe instead of fucking Jackie Chan, there's Jason Statham because now it's not Asian but it's white. I don't know. I'm just throwing some bullshit around. That's exactly how Hollywood works. Just trying to please what already works. And that same thing goes for animation. Like, imagine how much innovation was in animation since the fucking start of Disney. It's still the same fucking shit. Like, it's either superheroes, which came from Marvel, and like I don't know, Mr. Invincible, whatever the fuck the TV show is called that was going on Amazon or whatever it was, or it's just another Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, some Disney shit we've already seen 1,000 fucking times because Western civilization doesn't innovate. We don't experiment. We don't try anything new. We just stick to what it works. Meanwhile, the Japanese, like, you have a fucking anime about cooking. You have an anime about basketball. You have an anime about a guy that reincarnates into a fucking slime. Yeah, just there's just so many spheres because people want to create something unique and something new, and it's so fucking refreshing, dude.
it is. And it encourages experimentation, and when you experiment,
Creativity.
like, yeah, creativity just blooms and it won't stop. Like, I see the shift in entertainment. Like, nowadays people are discovering new Eastern media, like Chinese TV shows, Chinese anime, South Korean TV shows, South Korean anime, not just.
Definitely Korean right now. Korea is fucking
Yeah,
booming right now.
and that's a welcome change because South Korea, like a couple of years ago, was known just for its music, and
Mm.
now it's becoming like it's a discovery. It's a process that European and Western civilization. And what I mean by Western, I mean even
American.
like no, like the whole continent of America, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Even like Latin America and whatever, because they're
Fucking
in the
Money
Western
Heist.
Hemisphere.
Jesus, I fucking hate Money Heist.
Oh yeah.
It's a fucking copy of 7,000 movies made about the same fucking thing, and people whispering in my ear, "It's
Casa
genius,
de
dude."
Papel, yeah.
I genuinely have seen Jason fucking Statham in the same role 6 times in 6 different movies. It's nothing new. It's the same fucking thing, but instead of a movie, it's a fucking TV show. I'm like, dude,
And it's Spanish, so there has
I
romance
fucking
and
hate it.
whatever.
I hate Spanish. I hate like not Spain. I like Spain, but I just hate the language. Like no, but the same goes for German. I like Germany, but I hate German. I hate European and Western languages. Like the only time I can watch anything subbed is when it's Asian, in a way, like when it's Korean, because I can't watch dub Korean. But I will happily, gladly watch it subbed. Yeah, Japanese, Chinese, yeah, it's that authenticity. But when it's something is Spanish, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to watch it dubbed because that's horrible. Because English fucking dubbing is horrendous for some reason. Like unable to lip sync like a single fucking word. Like you're screaming into a fucking pillow while someone's talking. Yeah, but and I'm not gonna watch it subbed because I just don't like the language. And I have the same problem with like Spanish, Portuguese, German.
Bro, if we're speaking of German, have you watched the TV show Dark?
Is that the like the time travel thing? Yeah, my dad told me to watch it, but I never like, you know, it's like fuck German, dude. Oh nah,
It's I
I
quite
never
like
got to
it.
it.
I quite like it, and
Yeah, my even my fucking dad liked this. I was like, it has to be like okay at least. 'Cause my dad is like, my dad is the definition of Rotten Tomatoes critics.
oh okay.
You know what I mean? Because he's a fucking idiot. Because he like judges so fast, you know. And he's like, yeah, it's American, so it's gonna be long and shit. It's like this is really fucking funny. But he's like honest, you know, but in a good way. Like he critiques a film, and when he says, yeah, no, it's not good, or I heard it's not good, you know it's not good. Like my audio may not be the best in the world because I'm like really lazy to set it up properly. I even have a fucking audio compressor
Oh
because
really?
I used to use it for when I used to record music.
All right.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't worry. I am not going to promote any of my fucking music.
Bro, you know what? We have plenty of time to
No,
talk
dude, like
about your
that's
music career.
dude. That was such a hit and miss.
Yeah, I thought honestly, honest to God, I thought and still think that your music is quite good, honestly. Like,
I appreciate that. I really do, and I think I have a potential, but I'm not the type. Which sounds weird, but I mean I used to love making music. Then it's like rapping, like to anyone who's listening, I used to record like raps and I was fairly good at it. But it was like a certain level of unprofessionalism with equipment and effort put into the recording. Like most of my songs were pretty much freestyles, you know, but I enjoyed it. It was fun because I was young and dumb and I just wanted to scream some random shit. Or like just for like some context, my songs are not like screaming or anything. I have one which is like a drum and bass like song, which was pretty much like just after New Year's. I was still drunk. We didn't have any illegal substances.
sure.
Yeah, and we kind of like just found like my friend had some like caffeine, like powdered caffeine.
Right.
You know, it's just like pretty much like, hey, you want a coffee? yeah, here's fucking 19 at the same time. That's pretty much how it works. And so we took some, we started recording, and we suddenly have this genius fucking train of thought, and we were sitting in the friend's studio and everything, and it was so much fun. I was really enjoying myself, and that's what I liked about recording. And then I fell out with the friend, or didn't fell out, we kind of stopped hanging out. And so suddenly my studio, or his studio, was gone. And I had to do it myself. So I did one song then by myself. I had 3 songs I did with him. One I eventually deleted from SoundCloud because I just didn't like it myself. And then I made one myself, which I like until this day. And then I realized when I look at my profile, just for more context, I have never really seriously promoted my music anywhere. Yeah, so I have a song, and I pretty much just made it as a joke because every single rhyme ended with A. It was in Czech, so you wouldn't understand it. And some people didn't even realize it until I told them. But everything ended with A. It was a 3 minute long song. Yeah, and I honestly, I probably do remember the text, but I would have to think for a second, But it was like something I had. It was a challenge that I set for myself. That's what I enjoyed about it. I always set a challenge that I tried to match or complete. And that song and it's a song that I don't really like. You know, it's a fine song. It's Czech, but it's it's typically Czech. It's hard to explain because we have
Right.
Czech rappers. It's really hard to explain to anyone who isn't Czech. It's it's weirdly rude, but like in a like I'm a 13-year-old child kind of rude. It's childish comments in a way, but it's like entertaining when you check, when you know what they're saying. But it's like pretty much like you're Romanian, right? Take an English song from Migos or anyone where they say bitch suck my dick or anything and translate it into Romanian. It sounds really fucking funny, doesn't it? I swear to God, it doesn't check. It has to work in other languages as well. And that's exactly what Czech rap is. It's like a parody of English songs. Or not English, I mean American rap or any rap of that sort. That's kind of what I made. And it was like quality. It was good because I don't want to sound like self-centered or like I have a huge ego, but I am talented in rhyming and in rapping, but it's just not a hobby anymore. I don't know. Did you ever like do anything in music, like any instruments or like songs or anything, or think about it even, or like you had to think about, yeah?
Oh yeah, I definitely am actively thinking of doing some soundtracks for my YouTube channel because I need some sounds, you know.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, when I was a kid, I played the guitar, the acoustic guitar. So I have like musical ear and I sang like in choirs and shit. Like yeah, I have
Oh, really?
yeah, I was a
That's
child
awesome.
soprano, dude. Like my voice,
No way.
yeah, my voice could go really high.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
that's like I'm really jealous of that. That's always what I wanted because I don't have a singing voice. I have a rapping voice
oh,
because I like started
cool.
smoking when I was like I don't know, 13, 14 in a way. So it's like my voice got really like monotone and like you can hear it from the way I'm speaking. Like I don't very often change octaves when I speak. It's very monotone. It must seem like boring to a lot of people, but that's why people don't listen to me most of the fucking time. Because even if I'm spitting facts, they just don't hear it because I don't know. Like when I'm angry, I'm gonna do really, 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 really fucking bad comparison. I'm like Hitler. No, but in a good way, because Hitler had the best speech in the fucking world. He could rally an entire nation to be fucking Nazis. You know how hard that is? He got it. He got the entire Germany on his side, pretty much overnight. He when
Let's stop
no 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 no
defending.
no no no
Let's
no 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 no. Okay okay. I see how it sounds. Hitler was a horrible
Yeah,
fucking person. I'm just saying he was good at making speeches. Yeah, like one thing I actually learned in school, maybe one of the like two things I learned in fucking school. Hitler was really good at speeches. He could rally in the country. I'm not saying it's good. Honestly, it's really fucking bad because Second World War. Yeah, but but when I get angry in a way, or when I get really really engaged in a topic, I kind of have also good like I'm good at speech. Like I'm sound very convincing at times, which is good. But most of the time I'm just a monotone fuck. And even like this problem came into music as well because I tried to be a bit more creative, and then I played the song back and I was like, fuck, I mean, it's so monotone. I mean, like, I got talent for rhymes and writing songs, but I just can't rap for shit, you know? And that's kind of how my music career turned out. And then I started making um, electronic music. Like I started like creating music, not rapping, but creating, which was so much fun. But there's so much theory and like what you need to learn. It's really fucking hard. That's like, did you ever do any sport like uh, semi-professionally, at least like a little bit,
yeah, I can
like
count
more?
them. Like, yeah. I did some sports when I was little.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I mean, I played tennis for majority of my life until I ended. Like majority, not anymore, but like when I ended, it was pretty much I had like what 10, 12 years of tennis.
Oh,
I was good at it. I was like one point I was 50th in the republic.
congrats.
Which was cool. It was good, and like not in adults. I ended before I actually got into the adult age group. But I was talented. I was good at it, but I dedicated a lot of my life to it to actually master it. Like a lot of people can relate to this. You have to put a lot of work into anything to master a craft. You can't half-ass anything to actually learn something properly. And music was the same. And I just didn't have like the effort to put into it. And then actually I said, you know what? Because like my music career was, it sounds really bad, but that's like the easiest way to make money. Like a lot of money. Because, yes, because it's so simple. Like being a good rapper nowadays, it's so fucking simple. But the problem is, you gotta be dumb as fuck to rap. You either have to be really good, let's say Kendrick Lamar, or you have to be a an idiotic, like a really unintelligent person. Let's say anyone from the Migos. That's just like that's a popular group. I hope you know who they are. I kind of hope that everyone will know who the Migos are. And then I realized I said, dude, I am too smart for this. That's just I can't be a celebrity my whole life, and I can't keep making fake music because that's not the music I wanted to do. But that's like the only way to get famous because I wasn't super talented. I was quite talented. So I had to be the idiotic fucker that did just the sketchy songs. Lil Pump, Migos, anyone fucking like raps. And that kind of just took me away from the path of music. I don't know if you can relate to any of that. It just
No, it's just your experience. I'm glad you shared that with me. I'm definitely want to go into music because I told you like I am in need of music for my YouTube channel. eventually for my Twitch stream and all that, because I
Mm.
don't want to get
Yeah, yeah.
copyright striked out of
True. Yeah, yeah.
oblivion, like.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely want to get like an iPad or something, get some GarageBand and like do random music, see what's like pleasantly sounding, some
Yeah.
digital EDM wherever, and just roll with
Yeah,
it,
dude, if
and
you
just
ever need any help with that shit, I actually did like drum and bass, EDM, techno type shit. Like I actually said three genres because I did all three plus more. I even did like hip hop beats. So I know how to make that shit, and I was quite good at it at one point. So if you ever need like any help with anything like that, just let me know and I'll try. I could honestly even make something for you. I'm not promising it'll be amazing because I haven't touched Ableton or I forgot what other one has actually used Ableton all the time. But I actually had a
yeah, we,
drum
we can totally
machine.
collab
Yeah,
in the
I
future.
definitely. I mean, I don't need any credits. I don't need to like have any tags in the fucking song. I can like do it. If you like won't be able to do it yourself or you won't have anyone to do it, I'm glad you do it for you as like a favor to a friend. If you know what I mean.
That's cool, man. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. See, this is what it is. This is how
Dude, we
great
should get
things
a
are happening. This is
we should
how
get a fucking
legends are
soundboard.
made.
We should get a soundboard so we can just put like fucking air horns in the background, like whoop whoop, shit like that. That'd be fucking epic.
Indeed, this is like history in the making, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
The hive is gathering. Yo, I'm giddy. Honestly, the future looks
Nah.
fucking great. Even though the world we live in fucking sucks and is filled with pain and
Yeah.
suffering, you have to create your own fucking world so that it can be sane. And that's why I'm trying to do this, It's a good distraction. It's helping me really like with my mental health and all that.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
if this podcast, my videos, my streams, whatever helps others, then I'm way like even one person who listens to the whole conversation is like forgot about what's happening outside your window, and it's just like having a great time or even a good time, then mission accomplished. Like, honestly.
That's humble as fuck.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I actually thought you're just doing this like why not, but like since you have a reason, that's really cool. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I also want to like I dislike my job very much,
Hmm. Yeah.
And if somehow I can go independent, like doing this type of thing,
Hmm.
like my job being an entertainer, I'll gladly take it, you
Yeah,
know?
dude. Do what you love.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I kind of like giving advice and shit. Like, I'm kind of like a mentor type person who's
Hmm.
really like when I see some bad stuff, I usually like call it out loud and be like, "Yo, this is not okay. Do this, do that. Maybe it will work. Who knows, right?" But I really like complacent. I really don't like complacent people actually. Like people who are like,
Sheep.
yeah, I'm like, oh, it is what it is. You cannot do anything about
Hmm.
it. Like, yo, even the smallest action for you, it counts. So yeah,
That's that's fucking good.
why stop? Why put brakes on your limitless potential? You know, it's quite sad if you think about it. Like, who knows what will happen in the future? Like, nobody knows. But you can think that maybe if I would have done that differently, like everybody thinks, like, yo, if I would have done that differently, then maybe that would happen, you know? That's the whole, like, multiple universe theory, who's like, I read something about, like, when a human being thinks that if they did, like in the past, a different action, parallel universe forms because of that probability, you know? And that's like very interesting. I don't know if that's true, but why be the shittiest version? Like, why not be the best version you can be, right? And yeah, I really hope that everybody in the whole wide world, I don't know, I don't care who you are, where you're from, I hope that you you create your own happiness and be happy. Don't rely on others to be happy, because you will most likely be disappointed. And take that as a person who relied on others and have seen some shit. You know, like, take it from an
Yeah.
old ass person, yo. I just had my birthday and I'm like, I'm feeling, I'm
No.
still feeling the blues, man.
Dude, but
So yeah.
that reminds me. Actually, this made me think. It's really hard to pass down knowledge when you're not old as fuck. Because I think it from my point of view, when a 25-year-old guy starts fucking passing on his knowledge and some bullshit, like sometimes I'm like, yeah, but like you sound like you know, but do you actually fucking know? Like you're young, you know? But at the same time, that's the person that, or any person, doesn't matter what age. Yeah, but like we live as individuals and we live through certain shit, and there's something you can learn from a 17-year-old child and something you can learn from an 80-year-old man, because everyone has a piece of knowledge and a piece of mind and some advice and some life experiences that they can pass on. And I just for some reason it always felt like the really big factor in passing down knowledge is age. I'm like, no, it's not age, it's experience. I know that with age come experience and shit, but I know like fucking 70-year-old people and they're ignorant as fuck. And the knowledge that they have, like some of it is relevant, but most of it is like something that they themselves can't remember because they're old as fuck. And I, honest to God, I learned things from younger people than me, and I'm young as fuck. You know, I'm what 21 years old. You know, so I'm young. Yeah, but I started living at a young age, and I lived through a lot of shit, and I am much fucking wiser than I'm supposed to be at my age. I'm supposed to be an ignorant little fuck, but I just live through so much, and I have my brain works in a constant. I'm always fucking thinking about something. You know, like I am much more. Fuck, I don't know the English word. I'm much more mature than I should be at my age. You know, and it sounds weird and it sounds unbelievable in a way because you know pretty much a fucking child is saying it, but there's still something you can learn from anyone. Like I could learn from a 6-year-old kid. You know, do you know the Little Prince, the book? No, it's fucking. It's like a grown ass man. Like this is super simplistic and not even the story in a way. But it's a grown ass man learning again from a child. Like the child, how ignorant the child is, how creative, you know, how in a way happy and its simple life is, with simple narrow minded fucking mind. There's always some experience, not even experience, something we can learn. And I fucking hate age because of this. Because people will listen to a 50-year-old priest, but they won't listen to a 20-year-old priest. Even if the 50-year-old priest is a sexual offender and someone who has been ignorant to his ways of life and just spits bullshit that don't make sense. And a 20-year-old kid who actually lived through shit and knows some shit. I don't know, I kind of swayed off a bit from topic. I'm just saying that there's everyone in this world who has something to offer, and it's just wrong to ignore it. Even doesn't matter who it is, what race they are, what gender they are, what age they are. You never know what you can learn. Not even learn some shit that you just remember when you're like talking to a child. And like remember the innocent creative ways and how you extremely lost your creativity and your connection to your child side because you grew up and you started working 9 to 5. You became a fucking slave, which is pretty much what I'm, well, like 90, I don't know what's the unemployment rate right now in the world, but a lot of people just go through the same shit. And we kind of forget some things from our past that we should have remembered, which may be nice to be refreshed by an interaction with a child, or you listen to an old communist who just spits some fucking facts about the world and how horrible it is or how beautiful it is. Yeah. I don't know what's my point. I'm just trying to say that, on people whose names and faces people listening to this have no idea who are, doesn't mean we don't have something that you might want to learn or hear.
That's exactly true. The path to knowledge is to realize that you don't know anything. Learn to be surprised. And surprise is it's can mean many things. Surprised that you did not know something that a child tells you. Surprised that, I don't know, somebody is giving you a constructive comment of how are you behaving. Like, it can mean many things, and humanity as a whole kind of forgot about that. We're
True.
thinking that we're all knowing with
Mm.
this internet and everything, but even if we have information at our fingertips, we're dumber than ever. Like,
True. We're truly ignorant beings, highly due to our intelligence.
and on top of being ignorant, we're smug about that. We're actually proud about that, which
Dude,
is
in the physical, let's look at the food chain. We're not even a part of the fucking food chain. Because we're apex, even though a one-on-one fight with most of the animals on this world, we would lose. We're not a part of the food chain anymore, and we just feel like gods. We created the premise of right and wrong. Animals don't fucking feel right and wrong. It's just nature. It's fucking instinct and it's fucking survival. When a killer whale eats a fucking seal, it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel anything, in fact. It's like since our intelligence is advanced, we made philosophy, we created religion, we created so many like like things just out of pure fear. But I think the religion is fake only because it's based on fear of death. That's pretty much what Christianity is. And it's based on order. It's based on you behave, you fucking pay me, and you go to heaven. Okay, Hinduism is be nice to every creature because it could be your fucking grandma reincarnated into a cockroach. Yes, and when you die, it's not the end. Every religion like has the same fucking idea. Like, this life is not it, but it fucking is. There's nothing supernatural about anything that goes on in this world. Like, you can't say that something was made by God, but you can't say that it wasn't at the same time. That's the bullshit about religion. You can't confirm nor deny, in a way. No, it just. We create these constructs that just make life so fucking hard. Like, imagine if humanity was like. We're like ants. Like a perfectly synchronized colony, striving to achieve one goal without any pretty much interspecies or intercontinental conflict. And we just strive for a goal. Instead, we fucking talk about genders and feminism and racism. Race was created by white fucking European colonists just so they can feel better about themselves. Dude, race isn't fucking real. That's a construct that we created. That's, honest to God, probably a fact. Like we make life so fucking complicated for ourselves because we think we're elitist and we're the best in the fucking entire we're not even a part of the animal kingdom anymore. You know how fucked up that is? Like, we don't consider ourselves to be a part of the animal kingdom anymore. But we're fucking animals. We still are. We're creatures of this fucking land, but we still have to put ourselves on top of something else. And when we're on top of animals, we put ourselves on top of people. It's just such fucking bullshit. Our intelligence is our biggest curse because we're not smart enough, honestly. We're like at a level of intelligence where it only creates problems for us. We're just not like intelligent enough to be able to see what's truly important in the world, what we must do so we can thrive. Like, our biggest limitation is fucking conflict between states and between people. We can't all strive for one thing because we're all fucking wanting something else, in a way. We can't achieve anything ever, and our fucking everything is collapsing on itself because we can't see a common goal. I don't know, I swayed off topic again. I'm just fucking, again, got a train of fucking thought, so I just rambled on.
No, no, no. You were making good points, honestly. That's some good points. And here's the thing. It's just it's just another thought in the ether, you know? Like, nobody I this is my mantra, right? Nobody is right and nobody is wrong. Nobody is 100% right and nobody is 100% wrong. There's always a gray area. Like, life can be so better if there are two choices, you know? Heaven or hell, white or black, like whatever, night or day. It would be such a better life, but it's not. It's just more than 50 shades of gray, people. Girls out there who read the fucking books, more than 50 shades of gray. There are more than that.
It's sad. It's sad how advanced we are, but at the same time, we're so much less than like primitive animals on Earth. Like, imagine how many people would say, I would much rather be a fucking cat right now than a human. I say that probably on a daily basis, to be honest. Just a simple life without all the bullshit that comes with intelligence. I hate and simultaneously adore and love intelligence. Because I couldn't, if I was a fucking dog, I wouldn't be on this fucking podcast and I wouldn't be talking about this bullshit. We created something beautiful, but we corrupted it. Intelligence is corrupted. That's my honest opinion. Because we just create conflicts between each other. Like, everything, society is collapsing because we're fucking fighting each other over nothing, like over complete fucking bullshit. You know, like there's war starting because of a thinking fucking person's ego, which is pretty much what Russia and Ukraine is right now. You know, and just nothing makes sense anymore. We're supposed to be better than everything on this planet, but we're fucking everything up. Like, absolutely fucking everything. There's, like, we have technological innovations, we're able to go to space, ask philosophical question, think about religion and death. We actually know that death exists. It's something that we're waiting for our entire lives. We have superior intelligence to, like, all the creatures in this world. Like, the dolphin is probably the closest thing to us. Okay, maybe a fucking monkey or some shit, I don't know. But we're just using it in the wrong fucking ways. We're just trying to assert dominance with bombs and politics and bullshit. Life would be fucking simpler if we were just fucking cavemen living in tribes randomly. There's billions of us on this planet. It's impossible not to have any conflict. You know? I don't know, dude. I don't like the world I live in, but I concentrate on myself and my life, and I am genuinely the happiest I've ever been because I'm striving for my personal greatness. I try to help others to strive, even if they don't listen. I try, and that's good enough for me. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. It does to me, but you know.
It will make sense to all of the viewers out there. All of the listeners out there. Guys,
We should just
this
fucking love
has
each other. I'm
been,
gonna go back to the 60s and 70s into the hippie vibes. We should all fucking love each other, do some
I
LSD and
swear, I
chill.
swear. Amen to that, brother.
True. I mean, I know that there's a lot of people out there who definitely do not agree with this, but I don't know. Life would be fucking simpler if we could just love instead of hate. That's like the most hippie thing I could say in my entire fucking life, but it's true. There's too much fucking conflict, and it's boring me to death. Like, I'm in a pandemic, I transition into a potential world war. I'm like, dude, I'm young, and these are the best years of my fucking life, and I'm working 9 to 5. I'm hating everyone around me because everyone's a fucking idiot most of the time. Yeah, and that's just not the way of life I ever wanted, you know, and there's like few people that I agree with, and I say, yeah, I'm glad for the few people that I can actually have a real conversation with. I just stops feeling too positive for me in a moment, because there's just too much conflict in the world, if you know what I mean. There's just too much shit going on, and instead of uniting, we separate. And it's like, dude, the logical thing is just like accept each other and unite together and strive for some sort of goal, or at least like world fucking peace. It's not that hard. It genuinely is not that hard. We just fucking need territories, we need more shit. We don't think that's like Russia just doesn't think that Ukraine is an actual state, but it thinks it's a part of the Soviet Union and shit. You know, that's just such pointless bickering and bullshit. And like a normal person, it seems so banal. Like, you know, like I don't see any sense in war at all. You know, I don't see any sense in people losing their fucking lives. I don't see any sense with women arguing with men who's better. I don't see sense in fucking white people telling black people that they're worse, or the other way around. Why can't we just like we have lived on this earth, we have evolved for thousands of fucking years, and we're dumb as shit, and we are unable to accept each other. We went through fucking hundreds of civilizations, from the Mayans who fucking teared fucking people's hearts out for rituals to God. You know, we're not just. It just feels like we're not getting anywhere. I'm getting a bit deep. I'm 5 beers in, so I'm getting a bit deep. But, you know.
I honestly think that ancient civilizations were more advanced than us. At least,
In a
like,
way, spiritually. Definitely spiritually
yeah,
advanced
they
more than
were
us.
they were closer to the roots of
Nature, yeah,
humanity, you know, because
true.
like human brain, I think that it's divided into two sides, you know, just like the angel and demon on your shoulders. It's basically your instinct and your rationality, and these two forces are like clashing every day. I mean, I experience this shit almost constantly every day, and every decision that I make, it's like it's a weird feeling. I don't know how to describe it, but it's quite a struggle to take a decision clear-headed, you know,
Mm, yeah,
and to
not
be,
swayed by
yeah,
it.
and to be 100% sure about your decision. And
Have you ever
maybe,
been 100% sure in your decision? Because honest to God, I have never been 100%. There's always that doubt. There's always that. There's exactly as you're saying. There's that instinct and the rational side, and you never know what's good and what's bad.
and I think
Mm.
that the ancient civilizations, they were closer and they were in more harmony than us. I think that modern life actually screws this balance of instinct and rationality
Mm.
by emphasizing, like, when I talk about that, I'm thinking of yin and yang, you know. And yeah, I'm not talking about the Taoist um, religion, but the concept of it, like the good and bad have to be in perfect balance.
To anyone who's listening right now, I just have to say one thing. Taoist texts are fucking genius. Read the Art of War. Read the Tao Te Ching. It's it's fucking awesome. Please continue. I'm just saying that that's the Taoist text that you're talking about. That's the more spiritual. The Art of War is about war, but it can be interpreted at any like instance in your life. It seems like the Tao Te Ching. That's pretty much like translated the way. Yeah, the Tao is the way. You know, it's kind of like spiritual, easy through life, and it speaks about balance and shit like that. It's really important, and that's sort of also a reason why I love Asian cultures like Hinduism, you know, and India and fucking Japan, China, doesn't fucking matter because there's like their culture is more connected with the spiritual and the human side. I think they still have those like maybe not now anymore, except for like I don't know Shaolin temples in China and fucking Buddhist temples in Japan. I don't fucking know, but you know that their philosophy was based on like simplicity, humanity, balance, spirituality, peace, and it's like think we're like really missing all over the world. It's that spiritual side because we all think about materialistic bullshit, money and cars and bitches. I'm sorry that I said that word, but you know, we forget. I forget about balance in life, like of everything. Because if you think only about money, you will never truly be
Yeah,
happy.
that's
If you
true.
only think about
That's true.
happiness of like I don't know, doing what you want, you will never truly be happy. There's always balance in everything that we do, or there's supposed to be. And I mean, from my personal experience, when the times where I was most unsatisfied with life was when I wasn't in balance. Like there was always one part of my life that was I don't know how to say it, like heavier than another. You know, like I always concentrate on one thing. And now in life, I think I successfully am on the path of balancing certain aspects of life. let's say, financial, friendship, relationship with, I don't know, loved ones, family, hobbies. Like there's always a balance, and with our complicated lives nowadays, balance is so important, but it's so overlooked.
And it's so hard to do.
It is really fucking hard, but it's worth the effort.
It is.
I spent over a year disconnecting from the world and focusing on my spiritual side. I never believed in God. Okay, I never was a religious person. I think that once you die, everything's over, and believing in external force just seems like bullshit because I don't want to put my life in someone else's hands. If you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to orient my life around specific rules that I have like no reason to believe that are true. I'm talking like specifically about Christianity right now. Where like, I don't know, I fuck religion. I'm just not gonna talk about it. But I just spent over a year focusing on my spiritual side and balance, and I realized so many things. Like I am right now, I am able to realize that I live, or up till now, until I found balance again. Suddenly, my whole life was about money. It's about saving enough money to start a business, to be financially independent by 35, or some shit like that. I don't know that. I think that's what Drake said at one point. But it's about happiness in the moment, dude. I mean, it's nothing more. And that's why when someone asks me, "Are you ready for war?" I say, "No, I honestly don't give a shit." Because I just live in the fucking moment, and I try to balance my life in every aspect that I live in, because that's how you fucking find true happiness. Balance. Yin and yang is so simple, but so fucking genius. You know? The good chasing the bad chasing the good. There's always good in the bad and bad in the good. So simple and so forgotten, if you know what I mean. Like,
That's true.
we're advancing the wrong way. We're disconnecting from our spiritual and our connection to nature and our roots. And we're just becoming straight up fucking cunts, honestly.
That's the consequence of not having a balanced life. Becoming more meaner, more abrasive, more close minded. These are the side effects. And that's at least this is what I believe. And I see this in society. And ever since the pandemic hit, I've been telling my friends, yo, I feel like humanity, we're in the wrong timeline. I feel that we somehow fucked up everything, like almost instantly. And it's I don't think I think that it's gonna get a lot worse until it gets better, honestly.
I am honestly not sure if it's ever gonna get better.
I'm
I
quite an
think
optimist,
I think
so
I would love to be an optimist, but I am a realist and I am a pessimist. I don't believe I okay, I don't want okay, I'm just gonna because I am truly a pessimist and I believe I'm a realist. But I always think of the worst possible scenarios. I think we as humanity are fucked. We're swimming in shit. Because like there was like real progress at one point, and like for the past, I don't know, few decades, we're digressing. We're getting worse, and humanity is collapsing on itself. And right now we're at a turning point where there are so many problems that we can't fix everything. There's problems between people, there's problems with the climate, there's problems with everything, and we can't fix everything. And I think that in a matter like possibly the worst case scenario, I truly hope, because I want generations after us to have a beautiful fucking peaceful life, an absolutely brilliant life. full of happiness and whatever. I don't give a shit, But I just don't believe that we're capable of that. I think we just fucked up beyond recognition. I think we're right now at the point where we have to escape Earth, try again, but we're just fucked. There's too many of us, too many. There's just so many barriers between people. Like, imagine you being connected to a Indian person, like a Hindu person. Like, that's like meant like religiously, like Hinduism, and shit. It just for some reason it's impossible for us to connect with something so different. But like there are some of us who are able to connect, which gives me so much hope that humanity can be beautiful again. But right now we're fucking most of us are just monsters, honestly.
It's a good quality
You know?
content right here.
Exactly, dude. And even if it's like not appreciated by some or whatever, I'm just happy that I get an opportunity to talk with someone, have a rational conversation, exchange ideas and opinions about shit.
Yep.
It's so rare these days.
It is. It's quite a blessing when you have someone who's not 100% on your side, but you can have a good conversation with a person who listens and talks. It's quite rare to have someone to actually listen to you and actually
Yeah,
like.
yep. I'm just glad that because it's good because I don't expect everyone to have the same opinion as me. Actually, quite the opposite. I don't think it's quite probable for people to have the same opinion as me, which I'm happy. I'm happy that people have their own opinions. If they're their own opinions. But it's nice to exchange opinions because I can understand your point of view from certain things. I may not think the same, but I'm able to listen to you and to understand the point of view where you're coming from, and you can do the same thing. Just like an ideal fucking conversation, isn't it? Because we're not gonna argue about shit, we're just gonna exchange our views on things, opinions.